What's up, people? It's Thursday. I have on a new shirt my brother sent me. Look at this. It says well, basically, these are initials. IDK, that means I don't know. And then after that, it says I don't, IDC, I don't care. And then the last one is IDGAF, I don't give a fuck. I love it. It just came today. I was like, yes, I have the best brother in the world. Don't be jealous. Nah, 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 nah. But anyway, today's show is going to be a lot of fun. I hope this is an audience participation show. I'm going to put the link right there. And then if you have something to say, you click it and then you will be like a part of the show. And what you have to share is going to be a part of the show. So, what we're talking about today is pet peeves, things that the opposite sex do that drive you crazy, that make you low key hate them, possibly even high key hate them. And just, just basically you just think it's just ratchet, stupid, and just crazy behavior, or they say these things to you, whatever. Some of you might have experiences as a married person. Some of you, most of us, I think, have experienced a lot of this as a single person. No matter, sometimes it's people in your own family that do it. I mean, it's not just limited to romantic partnerships. It's just whatever the opposite sex does that drives you nuts. And like I said, oh, let me see, where is Shay? We can, if you guys, if somebody asks, just alert me so I can put it up there. That's the URL where you click it and then you become part of the show. Shay, there's the link. I just put it in there. I meant to email it to you, but I forgot. I forgot. But anyway, there it is. And you have a long list. Well, Angelica, I'm gonna be waiting for you to click that link. And I have collected some stuff I'm gonna be reading to you, but this is an audience participation show. So y'all, if y'all don't participate, it's not going to be very long because I'm not carrying this by myself. Y'all be steady on that board, just complaining up a storm, writing kind of like essays and paragraphs and novels and shit about what they do. And now's the time for you to share it. Everybody's like, ooh, ooh, no. So this is your time. We can get it. We want to laugh too. I see Amina over there cracking up. Oh, Kira's here. Oh, Kira, you ready? You ready? You want to go first? Let's get her on here. Girl, go ahead. Oh, I'm saying, hold on a sec. Shit, I keep
Go
forgetting to
right
do
ahead.
this. It's so different from my other platform that I have to, put these headphones, remind myself to put these stupid things in so I can hear what she's saying because I want to know. Okay, go ahead, Kira.
This topic is delicious. I love it.
Not delicious, girl. It's just delicious.
It is. I made it in the chat. How long we got? Oh my god, there's so many things I hate about them. It's not even funny.
Oh,
Oh, it really isn't. It's like they don't listen. Like you literally we tell them all the time we want men. It's like listening to a 2 year old all the time. No, no, no. I
I'm
have people like
sipping
that in
tea
my
while you
family.
talk.
Please do sip away, please do. I have people like that in my family that are so stubborn, especially when you know about something and you know they don't know about it. They just no, no, no. I'm like, oh my god, that drives me nuts. Do you really think I want to be attached to a grown man who's doing that all the time? Hell no. I have to do this with blood. I love these people. I've known them my whole life. They know a lot of stuff about me. They get a pass. You, sir, do not. Oh no. Ugh.
Yeah. They come in the door thinking they know more about you than you know about yourself.
And I just want to be like, oh, so you know more about me? I'm like, really? You stalker? I'm like, where you been all my life? Because I'm sure they need some help. Where were you? I need some help sometimes. I needed a ride. Where were you? Lurking
Yeah,
in
they
the
was over
bushes.
there
You
in the
don't want
corner
to help me
complaining.
out? Mm-hmm. In the closet complaining. Like, get out of here.
Let me get we got DP. What you got to say, DP? Miss Diana. You have to unmute your mic.
Hi there.
What you? I was like, what's this girl doing? Is she walking to? No.
Oh, me?
Hey, what's
No.
up?
Hi. Trying
Okay,
to
what's your
multitask.
complaints?
They just beg too much. Always got, never have no money.
Oh,
Always got excuses to why they don't have no money. What's wrong with you?
And they can't even seem like Keith Sweat be
All
begging.
they
They don't even
problems
try
is
that.
somebody else's problem. I'm sick of that. It's like, can you get yourself together?
what kind of
Always
age group
need
are we
something
talking
from a
about?
woman. I just can't. It's like a bunch of adult toddlers. Oh
What
my
age group?
God.
All of them.
All of them. They all
All of them.
dusty.
All of them.
Damn.
Everybody from the baby boomers to the Generation X to the millennials to the Generation Z. It's wham wham
Hmm.
wham. It's just like, really? It's like
Yes.
Muppet Babies and Sesame Street type
Shut up.
nonsense. I can't.
Exactly. I get a headache from all the complaining. I'm like, shoot, I've heard people gut shot complain less than you do. Like, dang, can you shut up?
Yeah, I know they whine a lot, and they can't possibly think that that's attractive. I don't know what
I
they be thinking.
I know, right? I don't even want to hear that in children. And I'm like, you get a pass because you're a child. You don't know yet. You already getting on my nerves. The minute you breathe breath, I'm like, oh, here it come. Mm-mm.
Speaking of breath, they have a problem with they don't keep up their hygiene. Breath stink,
Oh,
clothes stink, ass stink. I'm sorry. One time I was in Walmart, I am not lying. I swear. I
he's
was
like,
in the
hold
store and
up,
I kept
breath.
smelling something. I'm sorry. Breath stank, ass stink. This dude, I kept smelling something. I was like, what is that smell? And it was this dude. He did not wipe his ass. And I was just looking, he was looking at me. I was like, your ass stink. You did not wipe your ass and you was in this store with all these people. You stink. Get away
Oh,
from me. Go home and go wash your ass. Why are you out here in public? And then you want to be
they
in women
do, and then they have
faces.
skid marks in their underpants.
It's like,
I've heard about that. Ew.
I
Girl, it's
know
gross.
preschoolers that got cleaner behinds than y'all. Y'all grown men.
They be
Uh-uh.
scared to use toilet paper because they feel like if they put anything near their that
I've heard
area,
about that.
yeah, that it
They think
means
that
that
it's
they're
gay.
they're
Yeah,
gay or something.
I've
They
heard
got
about
wives.
that.
That's just a bunch of sorry excuses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that's what I heard as
Ugh.
the reasoning why they don't
They
clean
think
there
that if
real
they don't
good.
do it, because they think that they're going to be considered gay if they don't wipe their butt. Is that what
That's
they
what they
think?
said that's gay. I put that dude in the wind. I'm like, listen,
Ugh, that's just
funk
dusty.
ass
That's just
fool, get
dusty
away from
excuses.
me.
That's so nasty.
Okay, let me see what Angelica, we're gonna add Angelica in here.
Hey, ladies. Hey, chap.
What's
Hey,
Um,
happening?
Angelica.
hey.
Hello.
So I think,
Hey.
I don't know if I just don't understand it or if I hate it, but their level of delusion was shooting out of their league. Like, I'm completely fabulous, you
Oh, girl,
know.
come on with
Come
it. Come
on,
on with
And
pre
it.
snap.
you looking like ODB, you stank, you
Oh,
got a half a
not
dozen kids, and
ODB.
you think I want to give you the time of day. And then when I tell you that I don't, you have an attitude and you just don't understand why. And I don't get that. I think that's crazy. I just think their level of delusion is crazy. And I don't know where, I don't know what planet half of them are on when they think they can pull the women that they try to pull. I guess they
They gonna
say
shoot they shot. I mean, you
they
shoot them
do.
down. That's up to you.
I mean, they do. I mean, I guess so. I've heard, you can't make any shots if you don't take them. But I mean, in what world, honey? What world? You got all of these issues. Half of them. I mean, somebody shot their shot at me, and then if upon finding out their baby mama is about to give birth, like, oh yeah, by the way, my baby mama is about to have a baby tomorrow, so you may not hear from me, or I'm about to go and get married, so yeah, you may not hear from me, like, just insanity. I don't know. I
What's
hate
wrong with them?
that. I don't know. I can't take it. I can't stand it. The lack of hygiene, the audacity levels, the dust levels, and then the demand of respect on top of all of that makes me crazy.
Oh, oh, we have a guy here. Let's get Mr.
Oh,
Mercy first. What you got to say? I've seen him on the wall a couple of times.
Hello, Miss Deborah.
What's up, dude?
Just sitting back, relaxing, enjoying the broadcast.
Well, good. Well, you gonna tell us some stuff. What do these dusty women be doing out here?
Well, I'm not really involved with too many dusty women, but I have a general pet peeve that a lot of females, gets under my skin, and is that they
Okay.
gossip. I cannot stand a woman who gossip. Like it really drives me insane.
That's what we do.
A verse. Come on, dude.
I mean,
Life
really,
is
like,
just boring if you don't have any gossip.
well, if
I
y'all
mean,
enjoy
what
doing it,
kind of gossip he talking about though? Because I mean, if it's just
Well, that's
gossip
true,
like the
huh?
stuff
Diana want to know
like we
what kind of
talking
gossip we're
about, then
talking
okay,
about.
that's not really gossip. But if you got some about your own stuff, that's not really gossip. Or celebrities, that's not really gossip. Gossip.
But
It's
well,
men
really
thank you, Miss
gossip
personal.
Deborah.
more
I'll
than
take that as my
women, though,
cue. Thanks for having me up. I'll
nowadays.
call again later.
Okay. He like, look, I'm gonna dip out because
Uh,
y'all get ready to get rowdy.
Men
they gossip more than women do. I don't even know why he tried that. They always be saying some stuff and running their mouth.
They more messier than women.
Tell it.
Well, I do know, I have my brothers and stuff, and I know my uncles and all my male cousins, and they do gossip, but they don't call it gossip. They say, I'm just giving dude the dirt. I'm just filling him in. I'm just, pulling his coat. They have all these little euphemisms for it, but essentially that's what it is. They gossiping.
In
Gossiping.
the words of my late grandma, same thing. That's what she would say. Same thing. It's the same thing. They just trying to give it a different label like we stupid. Boy bye.
I love when older people used to do that all the time. It's the same damn thing.
Yeah. Look at her. She even got the inflection and everything.
I know. I used to love when they did that because I was like, I knew they was getting on somebody who was older than me, so I was like,
Yeah, because it wasn't you. I'm gonna read you guys some of the stuff that was posted on the wall. Can you guys mute your mics? And then when you get ready to speak again, we'll bring you back. Okay, so Victoria put, I can't stand a man that lies, waste my time in relationships. He don't have no direction or plan in life. And Kiki wrote, wait, I got this caught in my earring. Oh my God. Kiki wrote, I hate men's dismissiveness. Oh yeah, that's a big one. Anything that bothers you, well, it's no big deal. That don't hurt as much as you act like it does. You just being dramatic, that kind of stuff. That's a good point. And then she came back today and said, I hate men's lack of family orientation. I hate how men treat the kids based on his relationship with the mother. Whether the kid is from a one night stand, a fling, or a youth doesn't give men the right to barely parent their children, especially if it's a girl. It's sad when kids say their dad lives 5 doors down and won't visit. What? It's ridiculous when the dad is making six figures and still abandons his kids. The phenomenon of telling moms to let their sons move in with the dads is based off of convenience for him. Since the dad won't spend time and money to parent, then just let the dad have full custody. This thought is trash. No, it's not. That's an excellent thought. You tripping. And another issue is after the parents divorce and the kid remarries with more kids, he still abandons the older kids as if they didn't exist. Black dads make more of an effort with sons than daughters if they're in different households. Serena and Venus Williams' dad goes to his first wife and 5 kids. If you ever notice anything about great dads, they're currently screwing the mother under the same household. When you hear my dad was great after a separation from my mom and they were young and they were in a casual relationship. I hate men's compartmentalized parenting. Well, I'm going to tell you this. Here in California, in the Silicon Valley, there's, I don't even know how many hundreds of thousands of older white guys that married, like the professional career woman when they was young, the educated, master's degree, have an attorney, doctor, whatever. And you know what they have in their second marriages? They have women from different Asian foreign countries that can barely speak English. Them women sit at home in these grand ass houses and have them little half white, half Asian babies. And those men, I don't know. It's just something, I don't know what the attractive. I've never really got to interview any of them, but it's such a phenomenon. It's so noticeable. Like you go walking around in downtown, down in the central shopping areas of San Jose and Milpitas and Santa Clara and all down in there, you just see the women pushing these strollers with driving these nice ass cars. And it's the middle of the day. They having lunch and stuff and talking their little language with their friends and not working and not bothered. So, and these are all white men. So I can't, saying that the men make more of an effort if it's a son. Maybe that's true for black men. I don't know. I doubt it because there's too many black men talking about they don't have a relationship with their father. So I don't think that's true either. It's just that some men are that way and some are not. But I personally think if you have a son, sending him to live with his father is an excellent idea, especially when they start smelling themselves and they think they're going to be telling their mother what to do, bossing her around, saying no, doing stuff that she told them not to do in her house. No, get your ass up and out. Go live with your daddy. That's a man needs to be with his father, and that's just the way it is. He gonna be acting like that. That's I'm telling you. If my father, my brother, I mean, they were good, pretty good kids and stuff. I don't know my brother. I'm telling you, he got about 15, and then he just lost his mind right quick. Luckily, my father was there to rein him back in. But it would have been the kind of thing, the way he was trying to amp up to treat my mother, he would have been a perfect candidate to go and live with my father because he was not respecting, he was trying to get on that path where he was going to suddenly stop respecting his mother. And so my mother, told my father what happened, and my father punched the fuck out of my brother. And after that, my brother was straight. He was straight because he was on the floor gasping for air like a fish out of water trying to breathe. We actually got scared because he was for so long he wasn't breathing. He got punched right in the solar plexus, and my father could hit hard. And so after my brother was straight, honey, was straight as an arrow. My mother said, "Dude, do this, do that." Okay, mom. And that's it. That's all he said till he moved out. And so that's why I was like, that particular part of her comment, I totally disagree with that at all. I was like, boys need to be with their daddy. How they going to learn how to be a man if they sitting around up under women all the damn time? Send his ass over there. Okay, now, I also have I found this article. When was this? Ooh, from 2015. And it's called 17 Annoying Things Guys Do That Will Always Make Women Explode. I love the title. Let us go over some of these 17 things. Look at their phones while we're speaking and then ask what? Oh, doesn't that drive you crazy? That makes me crazy. It's like, are you not listening to me? Why am I even here? If you're just going to be on your phone and paying attention. And worse yet is when they have full-fledged conversations with other people and you just sitting there looking at them all stupid. I hate that shit. It's so fucking rude. Okay, then, number 2, have your eyes travel from our chest back to our eyes at least 6 times per sentence. Oh, not per conversation, per sentence, she said. I don't know. I guess I haven't seen any men do that, but I'm sure it happens. Number 3, comment on another girl's physical appearance while we're standing right there. Oh, yeah, but then that's what we do, our flamethrower thing. So I just look at them. I had 2 dudes that did that. Ooh, made this sound like, ooh, kind of thing. And then he caught himself because he realized, that I was standing right there. And he was all like, ooh, at her butt when she went by. And I just waited just as good until this nice, well-built, in San Francisco and over here, we have a lot of Asian men that's all into martial arts and stuff. They are cut, ripped, and fine. So this dude walks by and he had like a tank top on and some of those baggy kind of kung fu pants. And so, his arms and everything was out. You could see all them biceps and that chest and stuff, and shoulders and everything rippling. And he walked by and he had that kind of Asian, had the long hair and he didn't have it tied up or anything. It was just hanging down. And he was walking by and I was like, oh, God damn, what the hell? Hi. I'm acting like I'm saying hi to him, but I'm way over. Dude was pissed. And you know what? After that, I didn't have no problems out of him. Because he knew that I liked Asian men. So he felt threatened. And that's what I wanted him to feel. I wanted him to feel that way. Honey, yep, except bigger than Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee wasn't even big as a minute. He was a tiny little thing. This dude was, like 5'10" or 11, something like that, and just built and just nice looking. And I was like, my radar was like, I was staring for real. So it wasn't just about, trying to make the dude feel bad. I really was looking because this motherfucker was fine. That's all I could say. Okay, so then number 4, the man spread. Oh, where they act like they dick is just so big that they have to have their legs to taking up 2 or 3 seats. That's so stupid. It's like, Your package ain't that big. Close your legs and stop tripping. Take up all these seats. I'll sit my way self down anyway and force my way in there. Unexpectedly bring your friends along to what we thought was one-on-one time. That must be young dudes. I've never experienced that. Number 6, neglect to celebrate milestones. Oh, like birthdays, anniversaries, that kind of stuff. Number 7, trying to put it in places we haven't talked about yet. That should get you stabbed, though. You dudes really do that? They really be doing that? We'll talk about that in a minute. Number 8, turning our shows off in favor of sports. Oh, no, that'll get your hand chopped off. You better watch it on your phone and leave me alone. Number 9, cover your ears when we talk about our menstrual cycle. Yeah, he sure don't have no problem hopping up in it, huh? Number 10, eat anything you want in front of us, which forces us to ruin our diets. No, young lady, you need to have more self-control than that. Number 11, insist on being in a Facebook relationship. I don't know what that means. Order food for us is number 12. Number 13, make us come to family events and then leave us standing by ourselves. Oh, not just family events, like work events, any kind of like house parties where you don't know anybody but him, all that kind of stuff. And then they just run off and just go talk to their friends or whatever, hanging out, and just leave you standing there like you go, that's what you're supposed to do. Oh, no. You know what I do? I leave. I did that to my husband when we was dating. Leave me standing there. Motherfucker, let me show you how this is going to work. I got in my car and went home. And he was so embarrassed, and he's come calling me talking about, well, why did you leave? I said, because I wasn't looking at you. You was the one that had me, meeting you there and all this old stuff for all these people. And then you just going to go all over the place and just leave me standing there? I'm not doing that. Oh, God took my stuff off. He was so upset. You embarrassed me. I said, good. That'll teach you how to act when when we on a date. You had me there. That means that we're supposed to be, like you introducing me to everybody as your girlfriend and all this shit. And then nobody know where you are. What the fuck was that? Oh, honey, he got told. He never did that again. Every time we went somewhere, his ass, even if he had to, I'm going to step away, I'm going to get a drink and I'll be right back. He was like that. And he was looking at me, he looking across the room and making sure I could see him and all this stuff. Then he beeline his way back. I'm like, see, that's all you got to do. You got to do him like that. So they don't think that, they running nothing. Look, nigga, you don't even understand. You keep it up, I'll be out with somebody else. I will leave here and call somebody else and be out with him while you sitting here tripping, thinking you're going to be acting like you got all the power or some shit. You learn real quick. That ain't you. That's my job. Number 14, forgetting to delete your Tinder. Number 15, insist that Kate Upton is hot. Who the hell is Kate Upton? Shows you how out of it I am. Number 16, buy us a drink, but not our friend who's standing with us at the bar. She says that's just bad manners. Shit, if I was a dude, I wouldn't do it either. Does that mean I'm a rogue clown? I'm like, bitch, I'm not fucking you. Buy your own drink. And I would say that. I mean, if I was a dude, I would say that. You better go around here and show some cleavage and find you a motherfucker to buy you a drink, because that ain't me. I ain't fucking you, and I'm not buying you shit. Now, understand what time it is. Number 17, anything and everything while on your cycle. Well, I don't care. I don't know who is this? Somebody named Ashley. I should have known better. Anyway, her list was stupid. So we're looking for more. I have some more stuff here that I found online too. I'm still waiting. I'm going to get DP and Kier back in here. What do you guys think about some of those things I just read? The one that really, the one about insist on being in a Facebook relationship. I don't understand that one. I don't know, because it's like blank. I guess it was a video. And since I printed it and I didn't watch the video, I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, you got me. I have no idea what she's talking about. I don't do those whole social media posting stuff nonsense. It ain't none of your business what I'm doing in my life. You want to know, you better be a part of it. If you ain't, too bad. So
That's what
sad.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I think
But
that
so many people get
want to
upset.
be-
They
Yeah.
haven't changed their status on Facebook to say in a
She
relationship.
said, so people could be in your business, or some people just only want to be with you on Facebook, but they don't want to meet you in person and all that stupid stuff, and they don't want to be seen in public because they probably seeing other people or probably married and all that stupid stuff too.
Oh, maybe that's what she
So it
meant.
could be both. It could go. It could be either or. It could be either or.
I don't even know what my status says. It's probably
Mine
says
don't say
crazy.
nothing because it ain't none of your business.
Mine literally says none of your damn business. Next,
Well, I like that.
my city says where you living. It says unknown. Mind your business.
Okay.
I'm not playing.
I'm
with
gonna go
people.
change mine and say it's complicated. You know why? Because I'm in a relationship with myself. Me, myself, and I. And
Oh,
it
now
is
that
very
relationship
complicated.
is
Nobody gonna be in your
fabulous.
DMs with that one, Deb.
Mm.
They gonna be like, nah, we ain't gonna be in her DM. Let's go to the next profile. Swipe, swipe.
I don't even know what it says. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to go and see. So, okay, let me put this in here again so you guys can join this conversation. See, people want to be talking in the chat. Come on now. Come on over here and
Everybody
share your
come,
story.
come.
Exactly. We're having a good old time.
Come on over here and share with DP.
Somebody drinking some wine. Who got some wine back there? Deb, where your wine glass?
Girl, I told you I'm trying to teetotal for this month. Although I did fall off the wagon. Me and Ken was drinking vodka last night. Oh, he came over and he brought a bottle. So he was sitting up there drinking and talking shit. And I was like, boy, you got to go. I need to go to bed. I can't be drinking with you.
I got that E40. I got that E40 wine in my kitchen. The Earl Stevens, the original one, the first one. He got a second wine. I don't know what it's called, but I got the Earl Stevens one. His first wine from like 2000. I want to say 2009. I think.
Is it good?
I don't know. I just bought it because I was supposed to give it
it's
away.
not even open. Oh, I see. Girl,
I just want to give it to somebody.
It might be worth some money.
I want to give a bottle away. You send me your PO box, and I have to find a way to get it to you so it doesn't get broken this time.
Oh, well, I got 3 of them. I got 3 of them. 3 of them made it.
Broke them glasses. I ought to kick him. Broke one. I should kick him.
I could just so see her kicking the mailman. What you do that for?
I know she was. She's so violent. Look at
my
this.
foot is a
Nita's
size
husband
6.5,
Keith
so.
called in. Nita's husband Keith. Let me add him to the stream.
Is Keith in here? Ooh, he gonna be talking about throw the grits.
What you doing?
Throw the grits.
What you doing? Nita's husband.
What's going on, ladies?
What's happening?
The grits. Where them grits?
You probably ate them.
Hey, grits are delicious. I kid you not. They are delicious.
With sugar and butter.
Oh, no sugar now. Come on. I'm from South Carolina. No sugar.
What you talking about?
My grandma used to put them on my grits when we was little.
Oh.
Shout out to your grandma.
Louisiana, she would put sugar on them.
Okay.
Keith is like a superstar. Everybody in the chat, like Keith, like he's like some kind of celebrity or something. I'm like, Nita, come get your husband.
Nita, girl, where you at?
Well, she's currently further downstate because we live in upstate Columbia. She's further downstate. My boys got a recital, and she took my daughter and the 2 boys down there. They got a recital at one of the plantations. I know it sounds bad, but it's a gated community, but they got a cello recital tomorrow night. So they went down there. They're going to stay with some relatives. So I'm up here by myself for a while. So I saw Miss Heartbeat's on. Let me see what they're doing over there.
Yeah, we over here cutting up. So tell us, just reflect back to those long ago days when you were single.
Well,
what kind of things did women do that got on your nerves?
Well, I would, man, the stuff that used to drive me crazy, and me personally, like I said, I've said this in the chat several times, man, I would, be on dates with ladies, and I like old school music, man. I would be playing Frankie Beverly and Mays and stuff, and, Grover Washington Jr., and, George Benson, and These we're talking about sisters.
What you know? Come on now. What you know? That's old school. All right.
That's what it is. That's old school. So
And,
what
and,
problem they had with it?
and they would just, I mean, they would act like I would just, they would act like I was kicking a puppy. You know, that look they'd have in the face like, what you playing? And I'll be like, you know, this one lady, before I met my wife, this one lady, she made a real big deal about it. All in the car, through dinner, and when I was driving her back home. I was like, yeah, this ain't going to work. And then once me and my wife got engaged and she saw us downtown, you know, I was driving the NSX at the time. I still had the NSX. She was like, now he think he James Bond or something. Look at him driving that fancy car.
I don't even know what to say. I don't, because sometimes I be looking at women and, even as a woman, right, y'all? Nick, Kier, and Diana, even as a woman, we be looking at women
like
kind of
you,
like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, you dummy.
Like that?
You had a good one. You a dummy. Like,
hey, I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed to be out of that rat race. Trust and believe. I would not exchange my current life for anything. Do you hear me? Nothing. Not a zip.
You just happy as a clam, just be bragging.
Yeah. We can hear it in your voice.
Sorry, I got twin boys. My little girl is cute. I'm fine. We got another one on the way. I'm gonna be gumming grits by the time this child is born, but we're doing good over here. So that's the way I feel about it. I only regret that our parents aren't here. Because when the boys were born, both of our parents died. Her parents died, and my parents died like about 6 months later. Not all together at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But we went through a pretty rough patch there for a while. But sometimes when I look at my daughter, I see my mom, and it just kind of makes me kind of choke up a little, man. But I'm getting too sensitive over here. But yeah, I'm happy.
Come on now, get together.
And my wife did call me, and she, when she found out she was on, she said, "Let Miss Heartbeat know about the 50-11 containers you have in the refrigerator for your various drinks. A container for ice water, a container for Kool-Aid, a container for lemonade, a container for Sprite, a container for beer." She's always getting on me. We don't have no real arguments now, but it's little stuff like that. Like she's always mad at me because if I go to the store and I don't get her Chips Ahoy cookies. She's British too. I have no way of understanding you. How long we've been married, and you see me naked, so you know what I like. Well, my cookies. I was like, look, woman, if you don't stop with these damn cookies, because if we go to Publix, she'll buy every brand, every variation of Chips Ahoy there. And I was like, Nita, you can't buy every one of these cookies. Get chocolate chips.
You're going to blow up, and that's not going to be cute at all.
She does have a pretty high metabolism. Like say, we got twin boys, and the people in her job were like, especially the white women, I can't believe she's pregnant because nobody's that slim and got twins. That's like, just tell your homegirls to back up, because not everybody's going to be 500 pounds like them when they're having one baby.
Exactly.
But like I said, we don't have no real arguments. I don't have no real complaints about her, except that, like I said, she's angry at me because, I think that as a married couple, if you really want to get along, you need 2 separate bathrooms. So I got her a bathroom. I got her her own. I got her own bathroom, vanity mirror, all that shit. Fussy stuff and all that flowersy stuff. And she's always in my bathroom. I'd be like, yo,
kind of bathroom. Ooh.
I like, yo, how come you're never in your bathroom?
All the bells and whistles.
Is yours closer to the bedroom or something?
Dang.
No, my bathroom is actually further away. And her bathroom is like right down the yo, don't try to figure it out, because I haven't figured it out either.
You see, I'm over here like, huh?
Yeah,
we all like, huh?
I haven't figured it out either.
Ooh, that's nice.
She just wants to feel closer to you. She just wants some of your. She just wants some Keith cooties.
See, that's what happened when you were a real good man. We want to be all up under you. Sorry. Yeah. That's what happened.
She even want to share your cooties.
Oh, cute.
Miss Harvey, I installed the bathroom myself. I did so much work. That toilet almost killed me. And the woman's never in the bathroom. That's the thing that gets me. All that hard work. I'm not exactly Tim Two-Man Taylor around here, but I managed to get it done. But she's never in there. And now my daughter's also trying to use my bathroom too. I gotta force
to build a third bathroom.
I gotta force the boys to use the bathroom. You know how they are. They're gonna be teenagers here in a year, and got to force them to use the bathroom. I was like, yo, dude, you got to shower.
Dude, them underarms are humming.
What? You know what? Shit.
Hey, I had 3 brothers that was teenagers all at the same time. The funk is unbelievable.
The funk is real. And then they like
and
to
they
be,
all play sport.
they like to be walking around here with no shirt on, like they Jason Momoa or some shit. I'm like, hey, listen, you're not gonna be walking around here topless and funky. You gotta pick one. You either keep a shirt on or you're gonna shower. You're not gonna be walking around here funking stuff up. Oh, come on, Paul. So, like funny. I said, man, and we almost moved down to your area there, Miss Hartby, for a minute there. Before we had the boys, we were thinking about moving to NorCal. We think about moving down to your area, but decided to stay in the deep South. We comfortable with our racism over here.
The money is gonna go further than up here.
Well, like I said, we were thinking about it for a hot minute. Like I said, before she got pregnant, man. But before
you came to your senses, before you was like snapped out of it, and like, what if we can do that? But then we won't have any money.
Yeah, she was getting on me because the one little flaw she said I do have. She says I spend too much money. You remember when I was on the Ass Heartbeat boards and I showed you all those pair of Monolo Blahniks that I was going to buy for her?
Right.
And I keep buying those shoes for her. She's like, you've got to stop this. That show's no longer on the air. Stop buying me all these shoes. I said, no. I just feel that it's kind of, our little tradition, and I still got my little hookup over at Neiman Marcus. So, probably get a little discount. But, that's about it. Like I said, we don't splurge too much around here. So no, that's my only vices. I like to see her in them cute little shoes. So that's about it.
Keith's letting his freak flag fly.
I heard that. Bragging.
Yeah, I like the feet. I like the shoes.
Yeah. She got nice feet now. I mean, she got some nice feet. And for a person who doesn't do all the manicures and pedicures, she handles that stuff herself. We up on the feet game around here, When we in church, we ain't got to be hiding our feet and stuff. Yeah, we pretty good down there. Yeah.
I'm gonna post this link.
Deacon Fripp agrees.
Up in here.
Deacon Fripp agrees that boy, that woman of yours is so pretty. Deacon Fripp, you know this, right? So the old heads agree. So as long as they agree, they ain't pulling me to the side. Look here, young brother, you got to do something with that gal's feet. As long as the old heads ain't complaining, I know we're on the good path. But my main thing now is, my daughter's, cute too, and I want to try to see if they have any children's sizes in those shoes, because I want her and her mom to match. But everybody said I'm going too far. So
yeah, you are. Slow down. Put that money in the bank, save for her college. No, you know what you need to save for? Her prom. Do you know how much that costs? You got high school, school rings and all that stuff. The senior trip, the senior pictures, the gown, all that stuff. Oh,
and down south here, they're still doing cotillions and stuff. Even some black people. So yeah, we're still doing cotillions and stuff, and those parties where you introduce your child to the world and all that kind of stuff. So
I was supposed to be in one, but that ain't me. So all right, Keith, I'm gonna have to move on and
I have to say before you cut me off, Miss Heartbeat, I have to thank you because we're big fans of Miss Heartbeat, Ass Heartbeat. That was our joy.
You've been around forever.
Yeah, you're one of the reasons we're married to this day. I just want to thank you. God bless you, sister, because y'all gave me some good advice when I was like kind of wavering there. And Miss Heartbeat, and I think it was Aphrodite and Miss Shield. They gave me some good advice, and I was like, you know what? They're right. And so I took the plunge, and like I said, I couldn't be happier. So
I'm so glad to hear that, Keith. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
So
I'm glad you had the courage, to listen, because a lot of dudes would be like, nah, do it. I want to do that.
It's I had some people in my ear whispering that I should just play it kind of fast and loose, and my heart was telling me I needed to marry her. So and the ladies on Ass Heartbeat told me that I needed to just go ahead and do it. So I listened to the ladies. So. Y'all, I mean, like I said, I've taken up too much of you ladies' time. I appreciate y'all letting this old man rant. I appreciate y'all letting me be in the mix. But y'all,
all right, we'll talk to you later.
God bless.
You too. Bye-bye. All right, so let me read something. Wait, I can't see crap. The summertime fools me because, see, it's so light when I start the show, I forget to turn my light on. And then now I'm sitting up here like in the dark. Okay, so this this is I don't know, kind of a collection of things that people either I posted, I pulled from letters, I pulled from emails that had come to me over the years, and I put them in a document. And so I'm going to start reading some of them. And then we'll get to you in a minute, beautiful orchid. Okay. So what about when dudes say just the tip? Just the tip. Haven't you all you have said, they said that to you? Yeah. Now, how many babies are here from just the tip? A lot. Don't fall for it. But yeah, they say that. Yeah, here they do be saying that. You know it's true. Okay, what about the ones that want to text you and be like, WYD? That's it. That's all they say. WYD. What are you supposed to do with that? And it's not just young dudes that do that too. It's dudes like in their 40s and 50s that still be doing that. WYD. Okay, how many women hate that? For the all of you who hate that, put a 1 in the chat stream. If you hate men texting you WYD, put a 1 in the chat. I want to just see how many we going to get. Because I think those dudes don't really understand that. And they think that that's cute or they think that's sexy or something. I don't know what they be thinking. But it's so stupid. Okay, I'm going to read a couple of more, Orchid, and then I'm going to get to you. Okay, there go the ones flying across the screen. So dudes, watching, listening to this show, Amber put like 11 ones. Okay, dudes watching this show, whether you're watching now or you're watching later in the future, just watching the replay. Please do not text a woman WYD. Don't do that. You look like a fool. She can't possibly take you seriously when you act like that. Man up and pick up your phone. If you want to have a conversation with a lady, you call her on the phone like you have some gonads. Okay? You don't text her like you're 15 years old. Of course, unless you are 15, but then you should be watching this show because you're too young. Okay? So there's the answer to that. Okay, let's move on to a lot of women get mad at this when dudes leave the toilet seat up. It seems to be an issue for some people. I don't know, but you can tell if a guy is used to living around a lot of women because when he'll lift it and then he'll put it back down when he's done because he knows that women use the they use the toilet more often than men do because we have a shorter urethra. And, so it's just a consideration thing. How about when you're on a date with a guy, because this happened to me and I was so disgusted with this dude. Okay. So we go out to this little restaurant and we had a great waiter. I've eaten at some of the finest restaurants in the world. And the waiter, even though this was a little family restaurant, this kid, like a college student, he was excellent. I mean, his manner was impeccable. The way he checked on you, but he wasn't intrusive. I mean, he was on it. This kid was on it. I mean, he could have worked in any fine dining establishment where they be leaving them $200 tips. He would have done well. Okay, so he, was our waiter. This clown, okay, we went to this little place. It used to be called in Jack London Square. You might know it, Diana, called the Spaghetti Factory. It's a family restaurant. It's like people there with little kids and strollers, little 2-year-olds running around and stuff. This is not a date place. I don't know why he took me there. So he's here. We're eating this nasty ass spaghetti. The bill came to like $20 or something, 25. I don't know, something. It was under $30. Let me put it that way. And so he puts down the money, and the guy was just going to have whatever was left of the change as his tip. And it was going to be like, I don't know, $1 and something or something. I mean, just some ridiculously insulting amount of money. And so I looked at it, right? And I looked at him. I said, "What? That's it? That's what you're going to leave for the dude?" And he's like, "Well, this and that." I reached in my purse and I pulled out a 10. Now, the $10 was half as much as the meal cost. It definitely covered what I ate. But I felt like he was trying to insult that kid who did it, like I said, a bang up job considering his age. I don't know who trained him, but he was an excellent, excellent waiter. And I pulled the $10. You put my $10 on, and then the change that was left, a dollar and whatever the coins were, I gave it to him. I said, obviously, you need this more than he does. And he was so mad. He was all insulted and said, "You didn't have to do me like that." I said, "Obviously, I did because what you doing that was just so classless. How are you going to treat somebody like that? You know that's how they make their money." And you could tell that he was a college student. He was about 20, 19, 20 years old, a kid. How you gonna do him like that? So, that was the last date we went on, and I was so through. So that made the list of things that make me low key hate men. He's the only man who's ever done that. Luckily it was only that one time, but it was so gross. And we were supposed to go, like, we're supposed to have dinner, right? And then go see a movie. And I canceled on the movie. I just he was like, "Oh, let's get ready to go." I said, "No, I'm done. I'm ready to go." Now, yeah, I don't know, Robin. I don't know. I mean, and not just good service girl. That's why I keep reiterating that his take, he could have worked anywhere. The kid was on. He was just perfect in his service, his attentiveness, not too much, not too little. And, but he was watchful, so he could see when you needed more of something. Shall I refill your glass? Yes. No. If you say no, it's like he disappeared like smoke. If you say yes, he was like, pshoo, pour, pshoo, gone. It was amazing. I thought he did a wonderful, wonderful job. So I gave him $10. Now I don't go to the Cheesecake Factory. That's too many calories for me. I feel like I gained 50 pounds just going in that place. Okay, let me see what Orchid got to say. Let me add her to the stream. What's going on, girl? You have to unmute yourself.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay. I wrote down about 5 things. Any guy that asks me, any guy that asks, "What do you bring to the table?"
Oh my God, how could we have forgot that one?
I know, that's a big one.
Oh God, they get on my freaking nerves with that.
Any guy that calls me mama, ma, or any other variation.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm not your mama.
Mm. Hey sister,
Hey,
I'm not your
mama.
sister.
Like, no. I'm not trying to be your mama, and I'm not trying to take care of you. So no, I'm not your mama. Any guy that when we're first learning about each other, he's quicker to ask me where I work before he's even shared what he does for work.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. They ask what you do for a living. That's like the first thing that they ask now. Like they're the woman. It's really weird.
Yes, it's like they're trying to size you up. Aren't you supposed to be the provider? Provider.
Yeah, it's a thing now. It really is. It's like the third or first question they ask, literally like a woman in the 1950s, like in a movie where she said, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" Literally, it's like that word for word. It is really freaky.
Well, that's the equivalent of what you bring to the table because they're trying to estimate your income.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
Anytime they ask, "How long have you been single?" Why? As long as I'm saying I'm single now, I don't know. I don't like that question either.
You know what they're trying to figure out? How long it's been since you had some D. That's what they think.
Yeah.
There's a correlation there. They're not realizing you can get D. It's just blowing up and down the street. You don't have to do no work to get it.
Yeah, it has no value
at all.
It's free.
Community chest, like we say.
And number 5 is anytime they want to know how many boyfriends you've had or how many men you've been with.
They still asking that?
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm in my 30s. Like, clearly I'm not a virgin. So there's no right answer to this question. Because if he's only been with 5 women and I say 4, whore. If you've been with he's had 2 women and you've had 3 men, ho. Like, it's no right answer to this question. Whether I say 200 or 2, there's no right answer.
Right. And the main thing is they can't prove it either way. So whether you say you're the only one He can't prove that you're not unless you have a kid. Then I guess there's evidence of it. But other than that, it'd be like you're the first. You're gonna be my first.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, you lying? I'm like, no, I'm not.
Like, why are you asking me these things? But yeah,
I
those are
know.
my top 5 things that I hate. There was this one guy. I know you hate dating sites, but I was on a dating site. And this guy looked fine. He had like a 8-pack of abs and these pretty eyes. And then the first thing he asked me is, how long you been single, mama? Like, oh, I'm already done talking to you. Like, you just took all the wind out of the sail.
Yeah, you was cute long as you shut up and didn't say nothing.
Yes, like, why you just
I
can't
know.
stand there and look? Like,
I've said that before on these calls before. I'm like, I've said that to several men. I'm like, you are so much prettier when you just don't talk. I'm like, oh.
I feel like, I guess this will be my 6th thing. I feel like men talk their way out of getting with women.
Girl, totally.
Snaps.
Because if I'm talking to you, clearly I'm interested in you. If I'm going out on this date with you, I'm interested in you. Everything you do after that initial interaction is you talking your way out of being with me.
And this is interesting, because I say the same thing. And when you look at these 5-letter group dudes, they be mad because they feel like, well, I took her out and I spent money and she was only after a free dinner. Okay. First of all, I'm not saying that doesn't happen. Some low budget bras out there, that probably does happen sometimes. But I'd say 98% of the time, the woman was interested in you. That's why she went out with you. You all had the meal, and somewhere during the course of that evening, you fucked it up, sir. You said something you shouldn't have said. You touched her inappropriately. You made some kind of crude, disgusting kind of comment. You did something that turned her off. You said something that turned her off. Wait, you know what? Even my friend Ken yesterday, okay, now that's my boy. We've been friends for a long time. So he takes me to pick up some stuff that I had ordered at Walmart, right? Because I'm on the sugar-free thing. So I had ordered all these sugar-free sauces and stuff, and then had to go drive a little ways out to get it. So he offered to take me. So I hop in his Mercedes. It's just nicer than mine. Sit in them little bucket seats, and we gone. Okay, so we get there. And they have this drive-up thing. I don't know. I've never did that before where you park and then you call this number that's on the post and they bring your stuff out. This is some new COVID thing, I guess. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So where we pulled in, there was a tree that was kind of covering the last 2 numbers. Now, there was like other spots, where the numbers were, but I hadn't looked at them yet. I was looking at my phone and I looked straight ahead and I didn't see the last 2 numbers. So I'm punching in. I said, oh, what's the last numbers? This clown, he gonna say, oh, it's right there on the sign and stuff. And I'm like, I see the plant is there, right? Okay, so now I'm looking up and now I see that there's other signs. Okay, but like I said, I was looking down. I didn't notice the other signs yet. Just like the numbers that they have, here, there, and this other thing. I said, stop, just stop. Don't be extra. And so he had this sheepish look, and then he shut up because it's like, you my friend and everything. I love you, but I will cuss your ass out. You're not going to talk to me like that. Don't be trying to get all snarky and crazy and you'll be jumping to some kind of different level. Now with me, that's that you save that for you, whoever, your other people. That you don't talk to me like that. So we had a moment and I was like, this nigga done lost his mind. So, that kind of stuff, I don't like that either. That little, they be trying to talk like it's funny, where some kind of little put down like that. I don't like that shit. Don't let me start talking about you because believe me, if that's what you want to do, we can go there. But, I try not to be like that with my friends. I try to, be cool with them. But sometimes, well, what I say, Kimberly, it's like I think he forgot who he was talking to for a minute. He's used to dealing with some crazy
Yeah,
people.
he forgot real
He
quick.
forgot. And I was like,
He
I
had
had that
amnesia.
bass in my voice. I was like, stop.
Temporary amnesia.
It's like, nigga, you tripping. Let's get this
I
together.
know. And another thing I hate about them, can we just like talk about the fact that they just literally just gloss over the fact that their gender just treats us like garbage, and they're like, "Huh? What'd you say? Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
I don't know
I've
any
never
guys
seen
like
that. I don't
that.
know any guys like that. Of course you don't, because you're not paying attention.
Right.
You'd have to pay attention in order to see it.
Well, you guys hang around with the wrong dudes. It's like, dude, we don't hang around with these people. You could be on the bus, on the train, just walking down the street,
Minding
going to
your
work.
business,
You
and
don't
you're
know
wanting
these
to
clowns.
come.
It's not like
Or
we
you
in a
could overhear
relationship
somebody
with them.
talking about the very thing that we talking about right now.
Exactly, and
And
they'll
go back
still
and
say,
tell somebody.
and they still say, "I don't believe you." I'm like, what is there to believe?
That's
You got millions of
impossible.
women saying it.
Yeah.
We
And you
all
got
lying.
women from all over the world saying the same
Exactly.
thing.
Exactly. We
So
all
it's
lying.
not like we all know the same dude. This one
Everybody
person.
not lying. They just in
Exactly.
denial.
It's just this conspiracy that we've all made up through generations of women, and just somehow we've all been able to connect with each other.
It's
Even
feminism.
though we've had no way to connect each other since social media, but somehow we've been able to make a way. Get the F out of here, please.
Go
Like,
play
no.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, no.
It's just ridiculous.
From Russia to America to Saudi Arabia to Africa, like, are you freaking kidding me? All these men of all these other cultures that have been brought up different ways, but yet you all act the same thing. No, this is just your mentality, okay? Just grow up and admit it. This is what you guys love to do. It's what you like to do. Stop with the bullshit. Stop with, oh, there's good men out there. There are no good men, because you want to know why? If there were any good men, how come it is that you good men don't wrangle in these so-called bad men? Why is it that you can't do that? What's your problem? What's your issue?
Yeah, why y'all not
so
checking
good?
out?
You know what they do?
Out.
They said, okay, so there's a group of dudes, right? Okay, so you got one who's doing stupid stuff, saying some crazy shit, just being a pig. And the other ones, instead of saying, man, shut that shit down. You sound like a goddamn fool. I'm not trying to associate with nobody that acts like that. Don't bring your monkey ass to my house around no women in my family. Nobody I know. Okay. You know what I mean? They don't talk to them like that. What they do is they just hang their head and be like, hey, oh man, that kind of little bullshit, which basically is subtle acceptance. And, it's like an acceptance thing. You're not really checking him. You just laughing along like you in agreement. I hate that shit. I hate that. It's like, do men not have any fucking courage anymore? You just gonna go along with some bullshit just because it's your friend or your uncle or your brother or something? You're not gonna shut it down when you know that the clown is wrong. He's doing some egregious shit to little girls. He's trying to holler at little girls on the street and shit. You don't bust him in his eye and say, monkey motherfucker, what? Those are children. Stuff like that. They don't do that. That drives me crazy too.
No, because they're followers, so they're not going to do that.
Oh, that got me hot, because I'm telling you, if I was
I'm sorry.
all upside the head. Let me see what this person's talking about. Just say no. You got to unmute your mic.
Oh, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, what's going on, Deborrah?
What's happening?
Oh my God. Hey, everybody. Okay,
Hi,
so I'm just, hey, I'm going to narrate this out instead of talking about it to see if y'all ladies understand where I'm coming from. All right. It goes a little something like this. Hey, Dottie. Hey, girl. Hey, hey, girl. Don't laugh, Deborah, because you're going to don't laugh. Hey, smile. Smile. Hey, can I get $1? Can I get $1? You going to pay for this? You going to give me this drink? Hey, mama. Hey, mom. Hey. Oh, crud. Oh, I almost threw up. I'm sorry. Hey, baby. Hey, you going in the gas station? I know I see the gas station. I see you walking in there, but I figured I just want to say something stupid. So, hey, you going in there? You going to get me some out of there? Hey, come on, smile. Hook a play up. Hey, you want me to pump your gas? Because that's about all I could do. You want me to pump your gas? I can't pump your gas. You ain't gonna smile for a player. You ain't gonna smile for. God damn it! This is how they sound. Has anybody ever heard this before?
That was so good.
You really should be.
That was so excellent. That invitation was spot on.
That was good.
Good job.
That was good.
But they think that works because they're the
That's how they
prize, don't you know?
sound.
Zodi over there saying, this is making me cringe like it's really happening.
Yo, Dottie.
That's exactly what happens.
You triggering people in the chat. You triggering people.
Yo,
Where's
daughter,
my
you.
mace?
Hey.
Diana say she moving to a gated community. Shut up, fool.
With a guard,
It's
with
at the gas
a
station to
weapon,
me.
an armed guard, and gates.
Oh, you guys are killing me.
Hey,
Yeah, it was
natural.
figuring because she did a great job. I mean,
That
all
was
the
Natural.
on
complexions and
point.
everything.
Red, brown. Hey, chocolate. Chocolate, is that you? Red. I know my colors. Red. Hold up.
Hey, you know the part that killed me though? Can I get $1?
Hold up. The only colors I don't like is red, white, and blue lights. Red, blue, brown, chocolate dropper. Get away, smile, girl. God, so annoying.
Oh my God, that was so funny. Ooh, my
And that
stomach is
help a
hurting.
brother out. I can't stand that one.
That was
Help a
perfect
brother out.
reenactment.
Get away.
Or
Yeah,
struggle love. Build a man on the way up. If you don't get out of here, how about I build you a
broke
clip
down,
to push
ugly
you off
ass
it?
fool. Get out of my face. You stink anyway.
Don't
I
forget
will
this
walk
one.
you on a. I will take you on a long leisurely walk off a short cliff. How about that?
Don't forget this one. Hey, mama. Hey, mom, what you think about it though, ma? Hey, what you said about my mama?
That's exactly what I hate. It's being called mama.
Mama, I don't even like you anyway. That's why
Yeah,
you
here in
like
Oakland, they like that ma thing. Everybody, they want to call you ma. Hey, ma. Hey, ma.
Look, I can't do it because if I see you like that as a son, then that's not sexy at all. You're
That's
making yourself.
incestuous.
Yo, Dottie,
Yes,
get over here, Dottie.
it's incestuous, and he's putting himself in
The
in
place of
a
a child.
inferior
In the place
position
of
to
a
me by
child.
saying that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In a lifetime of a lifetime of inferiority, completely
Yes. So
dependent
how
on
am
you.
I supposed to be attracted to that?
And you can't
They don't
provide a
think about that
protector in
part.
a child role.
And then
You
on the
can't
back end,
provide a
want you to
protector
expect them to
woman.
be a leader. No,
Ew.
no.
No, but we don't let them leave, remember?
I ain't letting them lead me anywhere.
Yeah, I don't
That's
want to
what
be
they
led.
say.
I mean, to me, it just seems like if someone's leading you, then it's like they're a dog or something on a leash. You know, I don't understand that mentality of women. See, this is something. You talk about stuff that makes people low key hate something. I low key
Yeah.
hate that when women say that. I need a man to lead me. No, you don't, dumb cow. Can't you find your way by yourself?
The man
What
is
the hell? You need a man like
systematically.
you blind or something?
The
What in
man
the
is
world?
systematically holding my brother down and holding me back. You know what I'm saying? It's the system. The man is holding me back. It got my foot. It's foot.
We got a real live Academy Award winning actress on the
Isn't
line.
she? I'm telling you, she got this nail. It's like she been going down on the street with her tape recorder recording in a place. Like, let me tell you some dusty
Girl,
comments.
when they on TV shows and movies sometimes when you see when those people they make their own major in college. I think this needs to be a major. This is great.
Dustiness
You
101.
can put that on your resume. I imitate dusty men.
That's a skill.
Hey, but it's the truth. It's because they make me laugh. That's why I'm able to do the voice. The hey, Dottie, the little laugh. They think they sound good though, and their eyes get low, and their head be too big for their neck, and be like, bah, hey, go. Yo, Dottie, you know how they move like a penguin from side to side? It just looks so
Yeah,
stupid.
they got that little duck walk.
Yeah, that's stupid. Look, when the pants be falling down underneath their knees, it's just like they're about to cut the knees off. Like, oh, just gross. It's too much.
But those
Licking
are
their
those
lips.
dudes
Wanda
that
say,
Deb talked
girl, you
about
giving
though.
people PTSD up in here.
Girl, tell me
The
about
Deb
it.
ain't them dudes with the T-Rex,
right.
ain't them dudes with the T-Rex arms and the deformities.
Oh,
Don't be talking about my
no.
T-Rex friends.
Oh no.
See, I
That's
need a
them. Them the
natural
ones that be at
sister.
the gas station.
I know. I
Them the
heard
ones that be at
Deb's
the gas
story. I was like,
stations.
oh no. He wanted
Yeah,
to
I could
dance
that
with
just-
duck
you.
walk,
Oh
that
no.
side to
All
side
the
thing, 'cause
deformities and
they can't
stuff.
step regular because their pants are too low. So they be
But
doing
see,
that side to side walk.
I need me a
Trying
natural
to do the trick
sister
walk.
to hold a brother down. Cause see, the white man holding his foot on the back of my knee. Hold up.
Oh, and if I hear low key hate, if I hear one more brother talk about how he's the way that he is because of slavery, I'ma slap the black
Oh,
off of him. I'ma just slap it off all the way.
it
Oh
was
please,
slavery.
I hate when they
It's like
say
you can't even spell slavery. And
Well,
you
I
Slavery.
want to
up there
see.
trying to
I want
act
to
like
see
you
the
can
bill of
influence you in
sale. Look, I want to see the
2021.
bill of sale. Dad, ask him to see the bill of sale. Where your bill of sale if slavery stopped you? Where
where
the
your
bill of sale?
papers?
Can I see the bill of sale? Where is that?
We
Is
were
it
Girl,
in,
I don't
is
even.
it
slaves.
a
I just
Smithsonian?
you
Is it
know.
a Smithsonian? Where is it at?
I
That's
can't.
tired.
Listen, I just when as soon as they say
I
that, my
can't.
brain shuts down because I know that I'm talking to a fool, who's looking for
Yeah.
sympathy and trying to play that pity card.
See,
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm
you know
like
what I
this.
used to do? I'm gonna tell you, this is my thing now. I'm hella old, and I've been doing this since I was in my 20s. Going to a club, right? That's one of the first thing they want to. They say, well, what you do? What you do? Because you talking. They tell you what they do, and you tell them what you do. And they like, oh, so what you into? What you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm a pimp. And I
Uh-oh.
say it with a dead fan face, just like that. And you should see me stumbling around like, what? So yeah, I'm a pimp. I'm a pimp. You want to be one of my little bitches?
Hey,
You one of my ponies?
They scared. They
What you
scared
ponies.
like
talking about? But you know what? Wait,
Uh-oh.
I got myself in trouble doing that one time because I did say it to this dude. He was cute too. And I
Uh-oh.
was talking so much shit. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, I know all these old white ladies. They pay all big money to get with you. I got to clean you up a little bit. I just went through the whole thing. Got to clean you up a little bit, teach you some manners and shit, because you got that hood rat aura. But they like that shit. So
Clean
you
you
just
up.
go in there and say some shit to them, they be all turned out. I was talking mega shit. I don't even know where that came from. Just all kind of stuff. Whatever came to my head, I said it. Do you know he went and told two of his friends and they was ready to sign up?
Oh no.
God.
So, see, I talked myself into some shit and I was like, oh, wait, I was just kidding.
Mm-mm.
You could have been an
They had
entrepreneur.
They
the
Damn,
audacity.
yes,
The
girl, I got pushed
audacity.
into a corner and they were so mad. I mean, they was really, and his friends were cuter than him. And I seriously
Ooh.
started thinking about it like, wait a minute,
You should move
this
to
might be a
Nevada.
business
This is a
opportunity
big
that I'm sleeping
business.
on here.
Was that at Jeffrey's?
No, this Hood Rat Club in West Oakland.
What,
So you
Sweet
don't
Let me
know.
Jimmy's?
find.
I'm
See,
just kidding.
no, not
Let,
a little place. I'm not going to tell you the name of it. I don't even know if it's still there, but it was
let me.
raggedy.
Oh
And
Lord.
I used to do the thing like I like to go to different places. I like to go places where nobody knew me so I could do my dirt. And so, I was up in there and I was like,
Let
okay.
me
I was
find out
talking all
this
kind
show
of
is a
shit.
side hustle.
Well, I mean, I looked at them and I was thinking about the people that I knew. I'm like, I probably could get $1,000 out there broad. Huh. I really was thinking about it. But then was scared. I'm scared of prison. So that was a major
I
deterrent.
see them. I see them dollar
No, we
signs in your
can't
eyes,
have
but
you
that
locked
jail
up.
time.
Girl, I'm telling you, I
We
was like,
need you.
because they
No.
was young and strong and, good
Strapping young
basketball
I can
lives.
players.
get you for a good couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah, girl, I
What you
couldn't do that
could
for a
do,
couple years and be
Auntie?
set. I
What
had
you
it all.
could
I'm
do,
seriously, I
Auntie,
was
is
sitting
start
there like,
a host club like those ones in Japan, and they have the young men there, and they just get paid to drink with women, and the high roller women come in there just to drink with all these good looking guys.
mm-hmm.
So it's not exactly prostitution; they're just serving drinks.
Ooh,
Right.
damn, you could do that.
No, they did. These ladies didn't want that. They didn't want that.
Oh.
They wanted the high, hard one.
Mm.
And so I was like, okay, well, yeah, that's what they wanted.
All I
So let
know
me read
is
some more of these, you guys, so you guys can mute your mics. And as we wait for some more people to get brave, and I don't know, they probably already heard what they want to say, but let me read some more of these ideas I've collected here. Okay, I talked about the poor tipper and how that's just such a disgusting thing that nobody want to be bothered with. Okay. How about when you first meet a dude, right? And they don't want to take you out. They want to invite you over to their house, or they want to come to your house. Thousands of women complain about that. It's like, what kind of shit is this? You just want to do Netflix and chill? You just want to be in close proximity to a mattress. That's what your goal is. You ain't trying to really date nobody. Get out of here with that. That's not even a low key hate thing for me. That's a high key hate thing. Okay, then what about when like you're someplace, right? Not at work because they're afraid to touch women at work because of the laws about workplace harassment and whatnot. But say you're, I don't know, at some whatever, some business, you at a club, you at a party, you wherever. Okay, now they want to go past you, right? Somehow, for some reason, they can't just squeeze by you or just say, excuse me, so you can move slightly or whatever. No, they have to put their grubby mitts on you, like in your low back, on your upper back, on your shoulder, around your neck. They have to do something where they put their grubby mitts on your skin, your body, to let you know that they're here. And it's like, why you got to touch somebody? I don't know you, motherfucker. Don't put your hands on me. That drives me nuts. That drives me nuts. And I just like go off. It's like, I didn't give you permission to touch me. Well, you don't have to be like that about it. I didn't mean nothing. You meant something because otherwise you wouldn't have touched me. Do you do that shit when you pass men, motherfucker? No. You only do it to women. Fuck out of here with that. And then I, be all right after I blow up. Because, I don't hold a grudge. Yes, I do. But in a situation like that, I don't. I just cuss them out and be done. Don't you guys hate that shit? I hate that shit. Keep your hands to your goddamn self. Don't nobody want you touching on them like that. And they always want to touch in your low back and right at the top of part of your booty. They think they slick. Those fingers be drifting down a little bit. Oh my God, I hate that shit. Okay, how about dudes? I don't know if you guys have ever been around people like this. Okay, they smoke. You know what I'm talking about, or they do something else, which we'll leave unnamed. And that's their choice to do that. You're an adult, you do what you want to do. But that's not good enough. They pressure you to do it with them. Have you guys ever experienced that? Oh, just take, this, just take of that. It won't hurt you. You'll be relaxed. You'll have fun. So it's basically they're trying to convince you to do something you don't want to do. You don't want to do that thing. You don't want to feel that feeling. You're not trying to do that. You've already said no. But here they come, trying to pressure you into it. Unfortunately, a lot of women bend because they feel like, oh, I'm tired of him asking me, so I'm just going to do it. That's why they keep asking you. But instead, what you should be like, what part of no do you not understand, you motherfucker? I said no. And that's what I meant. This fucking date is over. I'm out of here. That would be what I recommend that you do. Because if you have a man who's telling you right there by the fact that, you've put up a boundary, you said no, and he keeps pressing you to drop that boundary and to do something that you've already told him you don't want to do, that is very, very bad. That's someone who you should not be around. Because if they don't do it about that, about smoking something, eating something, they do it about that. I don't want to eat that. Oh, come on, taste it, try it. You'll like it, all stuff. Or anything, but no matter how innocuous it may seem, the bottom line is you said no, and he is pressuring you to do it anyway. That's how you guys have to think about this. Okay, don't think, well, it's just, a bite of this. That's not it. The point is he didn't respect your boundary. And if you give in once, it sets a precedent. Well, last time you did it and look, and you liked it. So why can't you just do it again? You see what I mean? That you're going to set yourself up in a trap like that. That's why if you say no, you stick to no. If you say yes, you stick to yes. You don't go back and forth. Okay? That's sending a mixed message. And with men, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. Onyx is here. What you got to say, girl? You have to unmute yourself. Hey, girl, what's happening?
Somebody might have touched on this earlier, but I just wanted to say regarding the whole body count thing and how women can't have a high body count, and we're always shaming women for having more than one sexual partner outside of the dude that's all butthurt about it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not shaming men who are out here raping women and children and even other men. And a lot of that whole body shaming thing ties into religion. And not only that, the whole abortion thing really kills me too. That's one of my biggest things with men, is when they have an opinion on abortion, it pisses me off so much.
What do you mean? What kind of opinion?
Like when they're oh, you shouldn't do that with, like, oh, you should just have the baby. You could just do this with the baby. Like, it's not about the baby. It's about my body. You're missing the point.
And it's my body, my time, and my money.
Exactly.
My energy, my
Don't kill
future.
my baby. I'll do whatever I want to. It's my body, my
They're
Yep.
not gonna
business.
help with the baby nowhere. They need to stop telling that
Exactly.
damn lie.
Don't kill my baby, and they ain't nowhere to be found. When the stick turn blue or when it says pregnant, ain't nowhere to be found. Man, get out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, honest, those are good points.
My ex used to ask me, "Well, what would you do if I got you pregnant?" And I'm like, "Well, I would
I
do
push you down
backflips
the
to the
first
nearest
flight of
abortion
stairs I
clinic and
found,
throw myself down every flight of stairs on the way there. I'm not
and
having
I'm
no
throwing
kids."
you
I told
down
them in front of my
right along
parents.
with me.
Exactly. I told them I told them in front of my parents I ain't having no kids. If you want kids, I'm not the woman for you.
There you
That's not
go.
happening.
Good for you.
Somebody tried that at work with me, trying to be funny.
I'm
Like,
gonna throw
what would
myself
you?
down every flight of
Mm-hmm,
stairs I see.
mm-hmm. Some guy tried to do that with me. We're trying to be funny. What would you do if you accidentally got pregnant?
You
I'm like,
told
whoever got me
him.
pregnant, I'm pushing his butt down a flight of stairs because he did it on purpose. I'm pushing him first before I go and take care of what I need to get taken care of. I'm
Well,
pushing
that's
him
good.
Yep.
first.
You won't be making no more babies because you're gonna be in a wheelchair and ain't nobody gonna want you.
Mm-hmm. Good luck doing with nothing from the waist down. Good luck. I'll be
Sound
the
like a
last person
plan,
you ever
Stan.
stealth on. I'll be the last person you ever think of stealthing on. You won't even. You'll tremble at the word. Don't try
Oh, okay,
me.
let's talk about that. Stealthing. There you go. That's the other thing that
I
it's not even
love that
no
story you
food.
did
That's
on that
high
woman who
grade.
gave that man that baby and took off. I love that
Wasn't that
story.
tight? Man, she fixed his
Mm.
ass.
Yeah.
I heard
You
that
can't
story
do
so
that in
many times
California
it wasn't even
now. It's
funny.
illegal.
What?
You can't stealth in
Oh
California. It's
yeah.
illegal. You're
Oh
Yeah.
going to jail.
yeah,
That's
California be on
good.
it.
Yeah.
Because yeah, people getting not only pregnant but diseases from that. It's really bad. Okay, let me read a couple of more of these and then I'm gonna take your call essay. Okay, how about when men, and this is like an online thing, they keep asking you for different types of pics or more pics. I've heard this repeatedly from women that do online dating or they meet dudes, on social media sites. I don't, but I've heard this repeatedly that, they'll have some pictures that shows close up, a full body, maybe a couple of other shots of them action shots or something. Okay, then here comes this dude who wants to, interact with them and stuff, and he keeps asking them for more pics. And they, they'd be like, well, why is he doing that? And it's like, because he's an idiot. I mean, is this a trick question? What I mean, you got a picture to show everything up there. What do he need more pictures of you for? What's he doing with them? You know what I mean? And so some women will send them just because the guy asked. I'm like, don't send him shit. Say everything you need to see is right there. You want to see more, then schedule a date. How about you do that? That would be what you need to do. But yeah, that's a big one. You hate that so much too. See, I don't do online dating, and I'm not trying to meet nobody on them. See, dudes that send me them DMs like, "Hi, how are you today?" I'm like, "Do you have a question? Here's the link to my channel. Thank you very much." I'm not engaging with them. You want to spend some time with me? You go to my channel and click around on some videos and give me some money. How about you do that? Other than that, you wasting my time. I don't have time to talk to you about bullshit. I don't even know you and not trying to. Okay. How about when they want to, they're talking to you, right? And they start comparing you to some other woman. It might be some woman who's passing by, it might be their ex, it might be a friend of yours. It's some kind of way where they're comparing you or telling you what somebody else did for them or what they liked that somebody else did, something like that. So basically, what it's doing is it's putting you in a position where you feel attacked and you feel less than and you feel like you're not as good enough. I mean, not saying that you do, but that's what he's trying to do. Let me put it that way. So he's, putting this out there, like, so to compare you with this other person to make you feel bad, like you don't measure up to this, this other mysterious person. And my thing is, yeah, I hate that too. But they all, they do it a lot. Like it's supposed to motivate you to be better or something. What it motivates me, because I think I'm already as fabulous as I can be. What it does is make me know that I did something stupid and picked you. So you need to go. That's what that means. You got to go. Because you sitting up there talking to me about what's so grand and wonderful about some other bitch. That's where you need to take your happy ass over there. That's what you need to do. Go over there where she is, this Miss Fabulous person that you talking so wonderfully about. You need to be there. That's what you need to do. Okay? Now, how about this has come up in a couple of advice columns too. That's why I pulled this one. Okay, these girls are like they meeting these guys online, right? And so people have these online dates, right? And the guy will offer to DoorDash them or Uber Eats them or something, a pizza or some food. Okay, do you realize what you're doing? You're like giving him, he's paying for it, so he's gonna have your address, you silly girl. He's gonna know where you live. What is wrong with you? For a $9 dinner that you could buy yourself? Go in your kitchen and scramble some eggs and put it on toast and say, this is what I'm gonna eat while we talk. You don't let anybody do that. And you want to feel like it's a date, like he's taking you out and all this stuff. This is some random motherfucker on the internet. You don't know this clown? And just because they say they live in another state or halfway across the world or something doesn't mean it's true. He might live several blocks from you on the other side of town. And then you just up there just being all brand new. Oh, okay, yeah, that'll be nice. Thank you. You just dumb. Well, low-key hate on women is high, but we talking about low-key hate on men tonight. Okay, well, the women are anyway. And it's like, I don't know. I don't think other than them 5-letter groups, men don't really have that much to say. The stuff that they want to talk about is stupid stuff. The stuff that women talk about that we hate men is stuff that destroys women's soul or ends their lives. Okay, those are the kind of stuff that we hate. They'd be like, oh, she hurt my feelings, my ego. Okay, that's what they don't like. Oh, she left me. She left you because you was acting a zip damn fool. Like this, you did stuff like we were talking about tonight. That's why she left you. Do you not understand that? If a woman loves a man and she gets with him, she wants to be with him. She likes him. She's happy with him. She wants to stay with him. What inevitably happens, though, is you guys mess it up. You mess it up. Like, just think. I just told you what my friend did to me yesterday, right? Just imagine if we were in a relationship and he did that to me. Do you know that I would have broke up with him on the spot? I know I would have made him take me home first, but then we would have broke up. You know why? Because I'm not going to be talked to like that. Especially, you think you'd be climbing in my bed and all that kind of stuff, and you're going to be putting me down like that, and I'm supposed to laugh it off? No, motherfucker. You don't get to do that a second time. And that's how I am. I have a very, very, very low tolerance for bullshit. That's why he got checked. I just told him, stop. Just stop. Stop it. You're doing too much. And, like I said, he did stop. But, just think. The way that I felt that rage that popped up, like, how the fucking dare you say some shit like that to me? In a relationship, that would have been it. My feeling just switched. I turned my feelings off like a switch. That happened to you, Michelle? See, no.
I don't know what I be doing or saying sometimes. Not saying. I don't know what I be looking like, but my face must be transparent as hell because I be looking at guys. They be saying something slick, and I don't know what face I be making, and it's always black men. I don't know what face I be making, but the minute I turn my face to them, and they immediately, I'm sorry. They got their hands up like I'm the damn police. Like, I'm sorry. Some guy did that to me in high school. I was minding my own business. I left my backpack somewhere, and I kind of bent over the table, and I nobody was there, so that's why I bent over. And next thing I know, I hear somebody say, "Damn, you got a fat ass." I hurried up and turned around, and I looked, and I don't know what look I was making, but this guy I'm talking about, you're talking about somebody who looks like a damn linebacker. I'm serious. This guy was way taller than me, huger than me, bigger than me. Pretty much the guy you would pretty much be scared of in high school. And he's literally backing up literally with his hands up talking about, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I don't know what face I be making, but he be coming through loud and clear. Like, don't you ever talk to me like that a day in your life. How dare you? Don't you ever.
Girl, you probably giving him that soldier the truth look. So dude was scared down to his ancestors. He didn't know what was happening.
And he's not the only one. Every time, I don't know what look I be giving it as a black man. They're like holding up their hands. I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, you sorry. Because no, I don't tolerate disrespect, period. And I'll be damned if you're gonna disrespect even another woman around me. I wish you would. I do that all the time. I'm like, what'd you just say? You want to repeat that? I give him a chance. I'm like, would you like to repeat that? Because I'm like,
you got that San Francisco mean on you.
I'm not even from San Francisco, from the South. That's awesome. But yeah, I'm just like, what'd you say? You want to say it again? I'm like, cause you're not about to say that in front of me. Even with children, I'm like, what'd you just do? I'm like, no. That's a child. What are you doing? I'm like, you
Yeah,
picking
see,
on that
women are
child
more likely to check a man
because
than
they're
the
a
men
child.
are, and that's
What's
what
wrong
drives
with
me
you?
crazy.
I'm
Let
like,
me get
yeah.
SA in here. I said I was gonna bring her on, and I forgot. Okay, SA, your turn. Unmute yourself and speak up.
Hi, Deborah.
Hey, what's happening?
I'm from Toronto. I'm a Canadian fan. I really like your work. Thank you for all you do.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad to have you. Yeah, we are very popular in Canada lately.
Yeah, I found you a few months ago. I've been going through your catalog of stuff. Just so interesting.
Well, good to
Okay.
have you here. So, what kind of stuff do you hate about the Canadian men? What do they be doing up there?
Oh, it's not the Canadian men, it's the religious men. I hate how they use God as their sidekick to just I don't know. They use God to justify everything under the planet, and I hate it. I grew up Muslim. I'm no longer Muslim, partly because of that behavior.
Oh, that's
That's a
interesting.
huge one.
Man, she escaped. She's like, I'm deuces, I'm out.
It's so hard to maintain it once you start thinking about all the contradictions. It's insane. And especially the misogyny. I just can't, I couldn't uphold it anymore.
So what was some of the stuff that they used to say to you? Because I'm not that familiar with Islam. So what kind of things would they
Oh my
say that
God.
they would use religion to justify?
Well, as a woman, your entire existence has laws around it. You're basically supposed to be not heard. You're consistently supposed to listen to your husband or listen to your dad. You go from your dad's house to your husband's house. It was just ridiculous. And they would have debates on Twitter in the 21st century about whether or not a woman could work if her husband didn't allow her to. It was just insane.
What?
Yeah, that face you're making was my internal thoughts.
That sounds like The Color Purple.
Wow.
Oh, legitimate. And it's like mainstream Orthodox Muslims think like this, so it was really hard to sustain. I couldn't. I can't live my life that way.
Well, yeah, no wonder you left. I would have left too.
So would I. That's fascinating. Orthodox, really?
That's
Well,
crazy.
I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Wow.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing that. I learned something new.
I'm glad she got out of
Okay,
that.
Doing your
let me
work.
get Nubian Ninja.
Oh, hey, Deb.
What's up,
Oh,
girl?
man. What a pleasure. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Been listening to you for 4 years. You changed my life. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank
Thank you.
you.
You helped me come out of a divorce and now work at the hospital. But anyways, long story short, thank you. Thank you. Hi, ladies.
Always
From
glad to
Canada,
help.
too.
Hi.
Oh, man. So I'm gonna go back to the online dating because they're asking me like, why are you here? And I'm like, why are you here? You know?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's like when I used to be on the online dating like a year ago, their pickup line would be like, why are you here? Why are you on this? And I'm like, the exact reason why you're here. Like it's very ridiculous. And usually when I'm outside, they just be like like no words. Like they're expecting me to somehow turn
Hissing
around
at
and
you like a snake?
yeah, and it's like from 13 and up, and now I'm 30. So it's like the men in Toronto or my environment has never grown. Like they just don't care. And one man said, "Oh, you look so good. I want to cover you up like the niqab, like those women that just show their eyes like ninjas."
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous. And now that I'm growing back my hair, they never seen a black woman have hair like on her head. So they're expecting me to be like, "Is that your real hair?" I'm like, "What?
Oh,
Who are you to even ask?" Oh.
And what's worse is they have the nerve to be black like they don't know. It's the same hair you got on your head, stupid. You can't
Exactly.
tell.
That's
How
so
dare you?
disrespectful.
Like it is like wow, you are so unaware of even your own body. Like wow, really?
Because I'm using
first of
oils.
all,
Like
who
I'm using
asked
jojoba
somebody
oil,
something like
coconut
that?
oil. It's nothing strange. Like, how come you're not commenting on the other races that way? But you come up to me with that audacity. Even women, like, what kind of hair oil do you use? I'm like, what the fuck? But anyways,
I know, like I got the secrets. Like seriously, yeah, I'm the hair guru. Like what?
I think I
Wow.
think life now with the COVID has got even more insane. Like communication was even worse before, but now it's like you have to give subtle hints with your eyes, like don't f with me.
Yeah.
And the only way I can
That's why it's like
communicate is
I
with
have a
my
car
eyes.
and I be in my car. When I don't have my car, I just don't even know what to do with myself. I just stay in the house.
Hmm.
I feel like I'm
I
not
just
most at
cannot.
peace.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's when I go out. I have an invisible F off sent on my forehead and everywhere else on my body. Just like stay away, far away. No.
But they're
Usually when
not
I go
going
out
to.
like to
They're
the grocery
playing.
store, I have that shirt that says "Let's stay strangers." I wear that. I
I
want
need
people
that
to already
shirt.
know. Don't even try to talk to me.
No, they're parasites. They're meant to come grab onto us. We're the light, and they're like leeches, and they're like,
They really are, and
I
you can
don't
sometimes
understand
feel
it.
them draining you. It's like, get away from me, you succubus. You ain't even a good one. You ain't even a good one. At least for the
You
succubus, you know what you get
albatross.
at
You
the
know
end of
what?
that.
I
You know
want
what
you
you
to stay
get.
out the
Mm-mm.
dictionary. I don't want you in there anymore.
But
You
even when I
albatross.
show no cleavage and I'm wearing the most plainest clothes, they still come up to you, or me in particular. Like, why? I'm
They
trying my
looking for
best not
somebody
to
to
be
take care of them.
outstandingly like out there.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, but yeah, thank you, ladies.
Thank you. That was
Hmm.
good. She brought us some good points. You know, and that's true. They do be asking, "Is that your real hair, motherfucker? I paid for it." That's what one of my friends said. She had that kind of weave, that Jasmine Sullivan weave, with the
With the
bangs
bangs,
and that down, that
the
super straight
bob.
hair.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was about here, and then she had, the thing. It was the style everybody was wearing a few years ago, and so she had her hair in a weave like that, and so he come asking her, "Is that her real hair?" Obviously, that's not her real hair. I mean, everybody could tell that was, but she didn't care because she was doing all of this here, and so she told him, "Motherfucker, I paid for it," and so he
It's
didn't know
hers.
what to
What?
say.
I love when women say that, and then some guys they'll be like, and it come out your head, and the woman goes, "I have receipts to say otherwise."
Then they get mad when
Oh,
you ask them, do they have a job or do you have a record or do you have a felony? Or if you ask them if they have any college degrees and they want to get an attitude.
well, yeah, they don't like that. They don't like that, and they really, one thing I hate too, when you talk about your education, not even in a braggy way, just this is where I am. "Oh, well, but you don't have no man though. That piece of paper ain't gonna keep you warm at night. Neither are
Right,
you, nigga, because you too busy dipping and dabbing with some other bitch. So it's
right.
like,
Humping and dumping every chance you get. You so shut up.
get
Always
out of here
asking
with
that.
that.
Are you married? Are you? No, because you ain't never married.
It's
They
just too
always trying to
much.
use marriage as a weapon. Ain't got a
So
pot to
Liz,
piss in or a window to
allergic.
throw it out of.
Exactly,
Living
allergic
on
to
a
getting
pissy mattress in a corner in an
I'm
SRO and a
telling you, if some
tenderloin
man
somewhere
asks
in the
me to marry
city.
him and I look
permit.
like I'm getting ready to say
Mhm.
yes, I want y'all to do an intervention.
You got it.
Okay. Do an intervention.
Don't do
Find me
it.
and beat my ass until I
Don't
come
do
out
it.
back to my senses. I just
Remember
cannot.
the
I just
squad.
imagine myself being miserable. Mm-mm.
Remember
Okay.
the. We'll just tell you. Remember the squad, Deb. Come back. Come back. Remember the squad. Come back.
Oh, okay. So how about this? Um, okay, so you're looking around, right? And you're just looking, right? Because you walking, it's just looking, just because people have eyes, and that's what eyes do. They see things. So you accidentally make eye contact with some random dusty. He might not even really be a dusty, but he just, he has dusty tendencies. Okay, because he dressed nice, he's a professional, he's, what, all these things, right? But you accidentally make contact, and in his mind, that's an invitation for him to come over and, start flirting with you. And it's like the kind of flirting that they do isn't like, nice day we're having today, isn't it? Not that kind of stuff. It's like, like they think because you accidentally looked at them that you want to get with them and, rip their clothes off or something. I don't know what they be thinking, to tell you the truth. It's just that I've noticed that this happened, and then, they just get this big old smile and it's like you're confused because you're like, what are you look? I'm looking around, I'm just looking. I just happen to look at you. And it's like, sometimes like with me, if I'm looking at like on Bart and stuff, girl, me and Bart, I need to stay the fuck off of Bart. Okay, but I get on Bart right, and I'm looking at all the people, and then you know what I'm thinking in my mind? Ooh, that's some funny looking motherfucker right there. Look at his nose. And I'm sitting there, so I'm looking at the dude right, and then I start smiling, but I'm not smiling because I'm looking at him and I'm happy to look at him. I'm looking at him because I'm looking at your nose or your face or your belly looking like Winnie the Pooh. I have something like that in my mind. And so they're thinking that, I'm trying to, flirt with them or something. I'm thinking, oh, if you only knew Homer, that's what you look like, Homer Simpson. I am not attracted to you at all. Yeah, but they just get all crazy with it. And instead of just, minding their business, ain't nobody trying to flirt with you on the BART train. Okay. Let's just
Bart
get
is full
that
of crazy
straight.
people, though.
Yeah, that's what I say. I need to stay off of BART because every time
Shark
I get on BART, I
Jamerson
have
wanted to
problems.
chat with an exclamation point.
It'd be a
Sherry,
lot
know
of
what I'm
dusties on
you
Bart,
know what I'm
though.
talking about. Okay, how about this, ladies? How about this? Okay, you with this dude, right? This your dude. And soon as you BART is Bay Area Rapid Transit. It's our commuter train system. And we call it BARF. Well, I do. It's really BART, Bay Area Rapid Transit, but I call it Bay Area Rapid Fuckery, BARF. So anyway, that's my own little thing. Okay, so what about when you get upset? He did or said something and you like go off, right? You get upset about what he said. The first thing they want to do is say, "Oh, are you on your period?" Do you know how
No,
much
but I'm about to
insult
be
that
on
is?
one if you piss me off more.
No, I'm about to make you be on one.
That I was
You
about to
gonna
say
be
that too. I said
bleeding.
I'm about to make you
Who
be on
says
one.
that?
I'm
Who
about to
says
make you take my
that?
mind off because
You about
you
to
about to
be on
have
one,
one. You
Oh
motherfucker.
about
How
to
my
about
have
that?
God.
one. I'm about to give you one.
Nah, you about to be at SF General on life support.
All that.
That's worse than
All
a
that.
period.
All of the
Oh, I
above.
Bam.
said. Oh, I just said you was gonna be bleeding. I didn't say how.
Oh yeah, but yeah, but see that shit, that kind of stuff there, those like that kind of, female insult. So it's the kind of thing like you can't be upset. You can't have normal feelings about some tragic, silly stuff that he said. They got to flip it around and try to make it seem like there's something wrong with you and that you're just emotional because of something like that. And it's such a fucking insult. And I'm telling you, ladies, if you got a man that talks to you like that, that's emotional abuse. I know a lot of women don't see it that way and they feel like, well, he was just choking or he, was in a bad mood himself. You make excuses for it. That's an abusive motherfucker. Anybody who would say some shit like that to you, you better be giving him a serious side eye. Because that's just men who respect you and care about your feelings and stuff do not ever say anything like that to you. They would never say that. So you got a guy saying some stuff like that, you need to get rid of him. I'm trying to tell you. Half the letters that come to my advice column, if women were better about having boundaries and getting rid of them fools than when the first time they cut up, they wouldn't have to be writing me. Oh, I've been with him for 4 years. And, he said this and that. He's repeatedly cheated and hit me. And he says mean things to me. And he doesn't pay his half of the bills. And he makes me do everything. They have like all these stories. We have 2 children and he doesn't pay anything. He doesn't do anything. I'm like, shit. Well, didn't you know that after baby number 1? And then you wasn't married. What you may having a kid for him for? What you do that for?
Facts.
You know what I mean? And then they be saying, well, we have 17 children and he doesn't do anything. I don't.
Which number was it? Did you figure that out? What lucky number was it? I'm curious. Was it 10?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Was it
get
15?
it. Okay, now how about this? How about this? Okay. You do something like, I don't know. Oh, this guy said it to me. Okay, where I used to live, I had a patio and stuff with, barbecue grill, and it was like had the little sections like a smoker part and all this kind of stuff, right? And all the time I spent in Texas, I learned how to barbecue, right? I mean, that's like the national pastime down there. So I learned how to barbecue from this old dude named John Henry. People used to bring him their briskets and stuff to smoke for them because he was that's how he, as a senior citizen, that's how he made his extra money. His grill burned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He was, people would pay him like $20 or $30 to smoke them a brisket, right? So I learned how to barbecue from him. Not all his tricks, but I learned enough of them. So I can throw down on the grill. So I'm grilling, right, right. This motherfucker, he's gonna come up there and tell me, oh, that's such like you just grilling like you a man. He said that to me. And I said, oh, so what you trying to say? Only men can grill? Is that what you trying to say? Well, no, but I mean, you just looking like, yeah, John Henry. John Henry can throw down. I'm trying to tell you. He just, and I'm just looking at him like, oh, this relationship is so over. I mean, it wasn't even really started yet, but that's as far as it went. Is that one thing you're not gonna do is talk to me crazy and try to put me down because I have a skill that you don't have. Try to make me feel bad about something that I do well. You ladies understand my point? That was what he was trying to do because he felt intimidated that he didn't know how to grill the way that I did. I mean, you're looking for the certain temperature. I'm doing like the dude taught me. You want a certain look to the coals and you spread them apart a certain distance and it makes a certain kind of level of heat. I mean, the dude was very scientific with it. He was teaching me how to do it. So I'm imitating all the stuff that he taught me, right? And I'm doing it. I'm grilling and stuff. And it was, smelling good. It was looking all nice and crispy on the outside like we wanted to. And dude got all twisted up in his feelings because I could barbecue and he could not. And that's what he said to me. I was like, wow, yes, it was dusty, Swift Justice. It was extremely dusty.
I don't understand why they're so jealous. If they would just get their head out of their behind and just actually want to learn from someone, they would know all these skills too. That's the difference between us and them. We actually want to learn. We're willing to sit there and pay attention. That's why when you hear, even when you do it, even when you did it on your Blog Talk Radio, even now, you have all these amazing pearls of wisdom that your father gave you, that your mom gave you, that a bunch of people in your family gave you, that even still to this day, that I can remember word for word, phrase for phrase, including all the pearls of wisdom that I've heard through older people. And I'm just like, because I wanted to listen to that stuff, I willingly sat there and I was quiet and I wanted to soak up their knowledge because I knew one day I was eventually going to become them. I wanted to know all they had to know because what they were talking about was good stuff. And I just knew that it was good. And I needed to retain this when I got older. I just knew that. And I'm glad that I did. But you know what? They could have done the same thing too. And they just refused to. I ain't got time for that. We all had the same lessons. If you were paying attention, you would have known that. I can't tell you how many lessons of life I've learned just from watching people. And even sad to say it, watching TV. I've seen so many times where women were treated like crap by men, even just on TV. And I'm like, I don't like that. That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel nice. I wouldn't want to be treated like that. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to be treated like that.
So many women, it's just that kind of language is normalized. They just accept it as the norm. And that makes me really feel sad for how many grew up in households and environments around people that talk to them like that, to the point where they're not affected by it, or they've already been so stomped down by it that there's no place, they can't go any lower. Their self-esteem is shot. They have no confidence. They don't believe in themselves, and they have no boundaries because everything about them that would make them a wonderful woman is smashed to smithereens by the people around them. So that's why I spend a lot of time with you guys trying to teach you by example, tell you how I handle situations so that you can see how to do it. If you just emulate me, I mean, I know it's going to be hard because a lot of people don't have, they don't use the language that I use, and that's fine. You don't have to. But what you do have to do is be very clear in your boundaries. And if you are around someone who refuses to respect said boundaries, you eliminate that person from your life. Even if it's a relative, you distance yourself from them. I mean, you can't cut ties with, sometimes it's like, brothers or whatever. I mean, some people do. They move across the country, across the world, and they cut ties with their entire family. But that tends to be a little bit more challenging. It can be done, but it tends to be a little more challenging. But what you can do from right off the bat, that moment, is leave the situation. You can walk away. You can get in your car and drive away. You can call a cab or Uber, whatever, to get out of that situation. You can call a friend to come and pick you up. You can do whatever you need to do to remove yourself from that situation and, regroup and get your mind right and everything. So, that's why we do what we do here. Even on the Dusty News Network, I'm showing you examples of the games that they try to run and the ways they try to manipulate your mind with what seems like something that's not really that bad. It might seem even kind of funny, but it really has an underlying message, and the message is getting in your head, and it's going to cause you to treat yourself in a way that's not really appropriate. Now, here's a story. Now, listen to this. Just recently, I was followed around a gas station, verbally sexually harassed the entire time. This is me as a guy, and this was by another guy. I learned my lesson and lie and say you have a boyfriend when they ask. He said some awful things, tried to block the exit, and followed me to my car. While this is was a gross experience, when I told my female friends and coworkers, almost unanimously, the response was, "Yeah, well, now you know." He says, "My heart breaks at that. The world is really awful for women. I experienced one awful thing one time, but for them, it's just commonplace and happens on the daily. Men need to do better and also call out other men when they're shitheads like this." Little young guy. It's not to say he didn't say that he was gay, so we don't know if he was or not. But evidently, the guy who was following him, wanted some kind of action with him. So it was just really kind of he couldn't believe it. Now this one happened. This woman says, "I recently had a dishwasher repair guy come to my house. I was in my room. My 19-year-old daughter answered the door. The guy was in his late 30s. He immediately started hitting on my daughter, asking if she was home alone and if he could take a picture of her. A 19-year-old girl in her house, a predator that works for a dishwasher repair company comes in and asks her, 'Are you here by yourself?' Do you know?" Okay. The woman writing this, she says, "I flipped my shit. He, of course, started saying it was a joke, blah, blah, blah. I screamed and cursed and made him leave. He was telling me that I'm crazy, etc. I was pissed, but also scared. I got his license plate, went to my neighbor's house, who's a state trooper, and made him call the repair business to report it. This just happened a few weeks ago. At least the motherfucker was wearing a mask. I'm angry that I have to stop. So angry I have to stop writing. Now we double check everything is locked up in case that clown comes back out of retaliation. When I was younger, I played along with these men and would laugh out of fear like I did with a cable guy that cornered me in my apartment 20 years ago. I'm done with these pervs. You ain't even safe in your own fucking house. But see, that's why I have weapons all over my house. You jump froggy if you want to. You gonna be your guts. You gonna be holding them in a paper bag trying to make it to the emergency room. I'm not gonna play with these dudes. You
Shoot,
come in
what?
here acting stupid, you gonna leave in an ambulance or what you call them, in a little corner van. One of them.
Say, say that.
We're not even gonna have no kind of conversation about it. You coming here to do a job, motherfucker. Do what you getting paid to do. You are not here to get your swerve on and coming at a 19-year-old girl like that. People are like, well, she's over 18, she's an adult. No, she's still teen. Okay, teen. That's still a kid in my book. I think
Wait,
back when I was 19,
And
I
even
was
at 20, you pushing it.
that's
yeah.
too
Because you
young.
still
See,
act like a kid even at that
I
age.
think they should have kept it at 21 versus 18.
remember that story, Deb? You told us about that time. Who was that? You went to a was that you that went to that party or some party and some man or that was that you at the party and y'all was upstairs playing and the kids was upstairs and the grown-ups was downstairs and somebody
Oh,
or that
that
man
was
went
yeah,
off and
that was
beat
my
the hell
parents
out
at
that
my house.
man.
Yep.
That's a problem too, because all these men be talking about as soon as girls start bleeding that they should be able to them, and it's culture and it's religion, and that's bullshit. It's against the law. Those are children. Let them have experiences with their peers, not no grown, nasty ass old men. That's
Yep, I
Exactly.
garbage.
Find
hate that
somebody
And then
shit.
your
you
I
have
own
women,
hate
age.
that.
right? And then you have women that be co-signing. Oh, it's not the man's fault. It's the girl's fault. She enticed him. She has a Jezebel spirit. Ooh, she's a harlot. Wing, wing, wing. I be like, y'all need to all
She
just
was
go jump
asking
off a
for
cliff
it.
and just get
Right.
out of society.
Exactly. 11 year
I'm
olds and
sick of
talking
them.
about she was
I'm
asking
sick
for
of
it.
them
I'm
kind
like,
of
I
people.
ought to push you in the oncoming traffic. You disgusting
Now that's
little.
that's a wood chipper moment. I live for that. I read a story
Oh, that's
somewhere,
even
some
better.
short story where somebody got put in a wood chipper, and I love the hell out of that. I was like, oh my God. Did you guys used to ever watch this show called Nip Tuck?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Girl, Christian. Christian was my boy. That was I was a huge fan. His little evil ass. But I will never
Mm-hmm.
forget that scene when they took that person, that trafficker, drug dealer person, and they did something to him, and dude was dead. and they tied hams and stuff to them, and they threw them out in the Florida Everglades, and then they showed the crocodiles or alligators, whatever they are in Florida, coming up on the shore to snatch dude and drag them down under the water and eat them up. I was like, oh my God, this is the best show ever. But yeah, that wood chipper thing, I'm telling you, I just have a terrible, I just imagine the violence for people that do horrible things to children. I just don't care what happens to them. I want them, horrible things to happen to them, and I just wish it would to all of them. Okay, here's what this lady says. In general, I'm just exhausted, and I think this is the feeling of most of the ladies. We're exhausted, we're tired, and we get upset and depressed at the way that men treat us. She says, I'm upset with myself for the number of times I've given guys my number when I'm alone in public, walking or at a gas station, etc., all because I'm too afraid to say no. I hate each and every time I hear my voice give out my own number because I'm by myself and I don't know how to react. Otherwise, because a man might literally yell at me or threaten me, not a stupid fear, because it's happened to me more than once. I'm tired of the jokes of, ha ha, no, your real number. I'll be calling it now to make sure. Ha ha. So then I'm afraid if I give them a fake number, they'll get angry and immediately, and I can't afford that. Or that I'll get away with it only to have the same dude see me and go, what the fuck, bitch? You gave me a fake number. Or I dare not call them and they get pissed. You're too busy. Think you're too good for me? Or I say, I have a partner. I'm married. My phone doesn't even work anymore. And have to argue around each and every excuse they give me. He doesn't need to know where he is now. Bullshit. You don't have a phone. I'm just tired. We're all tired. Please just let women walk down the street without bothering them. No, we don't recognize you. You don't know us from somewhere. I promise. You know if we truly are interested in you, and you're legit scaring us and annoying us when you harass us while we're trying to walk down a goddamn street or pump our gas. Stop making warm weather and less clothing about wanting attention. It's hot out here. I'm sick of covering my body in 90-degree weather and putting my arms over my chest so they can look as small as possible and not standing up straight so my body isn't too sexy. I'm fucking tired. We all are. Stop it. It's scary and is never, ever welcome. Powerful stuff. He had all the points.
Pretty much. You. Why don't they ever get that? This shit is scary. I'm getting to the point. I'm just asking, like, are you just doing this on purpose? Are you just trying to scare me on purpose? Are you using fear tactics to intimidate me on purpose in order for me to force me to act the way you want to? Man, you know what? Screw you.
I really do think sometimes they're getting off on the fact that they can make women afraid, which is why when a woman stands up to them or fights back, they don't really know what to do with that because they're bullies. They probably were bullies in school and they continue that kind of behavior. And, women in general, whether they're in a relationship or not. I mean, you're just walking down the street, just like she said, pump your gas, going to the store, at the bus stop, anywhere. And here they are in your face talking shit. And it's like, just go on about your business and leave me the fuck alone. It's like, women just want to do what we're doing, just like men do. You can go to and fro and do what you need to do. Go to the doctor, go to school, go to work, pick up your kids from daycare, go to the dry cleaners, do all the stuff without having to fend off 10 or 15 men. Go do something with your ugly ass selves. Get a second job. Go back to school. Give yourself something to do besides harass women on the street. It gets on my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
And now they even do it. They do it online too.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why we don't harass them is because we know what it feels like, and we don't want to do it to you. That's why you have that luxury and privilege.
We don't like them like that. And we're not interested in them like that.
And we for damn sure don't want to be
no.
giving you any type of signals that, oh yeah, we want you. No, I don't want you. Just leave me alone.
No, the only thing I would like sometimes I look on Facebook I go on that sweatpants site.
That's I can't with that. So I had to get out of that group. That I can't. I had to get out of that group. I took myself out that group. I was like, y'all gonna get me.
Oh, and I put myself in, and I was like, ooh,
girl, because they was looking nice. I was like, ooh, what's that? What's your name? Say it, Debbie. Who
yeah, because I'm like,
what your name is?
Slobbering.
I don't want it, but it was still good.
Girl, them gray sweats.
Right.
Them
that window shopping.
Gray sweats. I'm telling them sweatpants.
That window shopping is a vibe. That window shopping is a vibe.
God damn, where was these kind of men when I was young? Where were they? I didn't see any. I might have actually had myself a digmatized moment. Because, I said, I still
And
waiting
some
for
of them
that to
be
happen.
rough.
Don't look like it's going to happen. Okay, let me read a couple of more of these and then we're going to wrap this up because we're going to be right back here tomorrow for DNN. Okay, this girl writes about a coworker, and this was really creepy. A coworker asked me out as he was giving me a lift to the train station. It was on his way home. I gave him a non-committal answer, and then he offered to drive me home. That would have been a 25-mile detour for him, and he knew that. Instead of just dropping at the station. So we were on the highway, and I started to feel trapped. I had to refuse several times, but he kept insisting that he did not mind. I eventually had to make up an excuse that I was meeting my mother at my arrival station to do shopping, and only then he relented and dropped me at the station. This is a fucking coworker. Now, I don't know if she reported it. I would have at work. So let me tell you what this person did. And they'll be like, well, he didn't actually do anything. It's like, well, when I said no, he did not respect my no. He kept insisting that he was going to keep me in his car and find out where I lived and drive me all the way to my house. That is predatory behavior. Now, whether you decide to do anything about it or not, because you're right, it did not happen at work, but it reflects on the character of this individual. And I just wanted you to know. So if something happens later, you can't say that you were unaware. That's what I would have done. See, so that puts them on notice, the employers that are on notice. And if I were a manager, exactly, that's technically kidnapped. If you're in a car against your will, that is kidnapping. So essentially, like as a manager, I would have said, I heard that, set him down and said, I understand that this happened yesterday. What was your reasoning for insisting on taking her someplace she didn't want to go? Please explain that to me. And then he would have his excuse, and I would say, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. It didn't happen on company time, so I can't really, admonish you for it or write you up or anything like that, but I'm warning you. That is inappropriate behavior. And legally, by you keeping her in your car like that against her will, you cross the line into a crime. That's kidnapping. You don't believe me? Look it up. So I'm putting you on notice. This is just a verbal warning not to ever do anything like that again. If any woman in this building, anyone in this company says no to you, you need to listen. And then thank you very much for coming in. We're just having this TED talk. and then that would be that. But then, you're not going to find a lot of people who would do that. She probably didn't even go to work and tell anybody. And but that's something that he needed to hear. What you did was inappropriate, my brother. You don't do shit like that. All right, now let me do one more. Okay. Let me see. Oh, she mentions, when you try to block an exit while you're trying to, you're trying to leave the situation, stop talking to them, whatever. They block you from leaving. That's when you get a knee in your nuts. And then I step over your prone body because I said I wanted to get by and you trying to block me. That again, restraining someone from leaving somewhere, forced imprisonment is a crime. So you dudes, you need to stop all this shit. These parents need to do a better job of educating their sons about what's criminal behavior. They thinking, they're trying to get their swerve on and get their Mac on and stuff. You're committing a crime, you idiot.
Exactly. And then when they serve a prison sentence, want to get mad and talk about, I didn't mean to. She misunderstood me. Like hell she did.
No, you did. She said she wanted to get by and you kept her from leaving. Okay, that's all that we need to know. Okay, you don't do that. She wants to get by, you move and let her go. You don't be trying to keep some woman somewhere against her will. Fucking creep. Okay, so now look at this. So a guy was dancing with me. I was dancing with a guy on a dance floor at a nightclub, and me and my friend left for the bathroom. She grabbed my hand to leave me away, but he grabbed my other hand. She kept a tight hold, and so did he. So I'm stuck like Jesus on the cross on a packed dance floor because this creeper didn't want to lose sight of me. I was a half a second away from stepping on his foot and elbowing him in self-defense mode before a random girl grabbed my arm where he held me and wrenched his grip away. I didn't have time to thank her before running into the crowd, but she saved me big time. A girl, not a dude, and they had to see it. A girl saved her. If a girl wants to leave, fucking let her go. She either wants to get away or will come back. And if she wants to come back and you're creepy like that, I guarantee you she won't. So these are things, and tonight, we laughed a lot. We laughed a lot and made fun of things, and talked about the some of the humorous things, but we also hit on a lot of very serious and predatory behaviors of men, and abusive words and language, and abusive behaviors. Guys, if you are in doubt about why a woman won't see you after the first date, why your girlfriend left you, why a woman doesn't want you to call her, why you keep pressing people for phone numbers and they don't want to give it to you, they give you a fake number. Listen to this video. Listen all the way through, then go back and listen again to what the women are saying, and then read the chat, because they're saying a lot of things. They were a little too shy to call in, but they're saying things that are very important that you need to know. You need to understand that women have the right to say no. Women have the right to deny giving you anything about them, any information about themselves. You don't have any right to pressure them, demand it, call them names, call them out of their name, say anything rude, nasty, send them gross and disgusting pictures or anything like that. None of that is you don't need to be doing any of that. And you do that kind of stuff to women, you are a weirdo. Okay. And women pick up on that weirdo energy and they don't want anything to do with you. So you're sitting there wondering why no woman wants you. That's why you give off creep freak energy. Because you do weird shit like this to women. They don't like it. And then when you do this kind of stuff, they don't like you. Okay. So start with this, sending them WID texts and sending people dick pics and shit like that. You pervert. Stop it. I just like no man has ever started a relationship with a woman with what you doing or sending her that kind of gross picture. Okay. That's not going to get you no love, no wife, no girlfriend, nothing like that. It's not going to happen. All she's going to do is roll her eyes and be disgusted that you even alive. And don't somebody know your mama, because I would send it the picture to her. Look what your son is doing online. Is this how you raised him? You should have done better, because he ain't shit.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wish I would have had that opportunity. So many men, I would have called their mama. Definitely would have been like, "Yeah, this is what your grown son is acting like." I really wish, because you're absolutely right. I that happened to me twice at a job with two different men, and of course, you already know they were black. One was young, one was older. The younger one, he literally what he did was like he walked up to me. He didn't even know me. I'd never seen this guy a day in my life, and I'd been there for like almost a year at this job already, and he kept staring at me, and I'm like, "What is he staring at?" And I'm a woman, so immediately I saw him. I knew what he was staring at. He was staring at my chest, and I said,
At work?
Yeah, with a coworker standing right next to me, a woman. I said, "Can you stop doing that?" He said, "No," and he kept doing it. And then he just walked off. I'm like, I really wish I would have said something and reported him, and I didn't. And I really wish I would have, because I regret it, because he more than likely did that to someone else. The next guy who did it, he was like, what I want to say, 46. I was about 26, half his age. And he started saying stuff that I wasn't really paying attention to, because his butt was old. He looked like my grandfather. I was like, I'm not listening to you. But then he started escalating. He started doing stuff like touching me randomly. I'm like, who is that touching me? And then he started doing other stuff. And then one day I think he had like a cardboard box or something like that. And he smacked me on my behind. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, this guy's escalating. I said, I said no. I said, and I remember, I hate to say this, but I remember this a TV show moment, and this woman was like, I'm scared to report him, but I'm afraid if I don't, he's gonna do this to somebody else. And I just kept hearing that repeatedly over and over in my head. I said, I can't just sit here. I gotta say something, because this guy, he's escalating. He'll do something else if I don't say something. And I reported him to my higher ups, and after that, he wasn't happy with me, but I could care less. It was like, because you was doing stuff that was way wildly inappropriate. I'm old enough to be your granddaughter. You nasty, like. No.
That's what they depend on, is women's fear. And this, I want to say this too, ladies. They do this on purpose. I'm trying to do everything I can before my last breath is breathed on this planet to get a large number of women to find their courage, find your voice, find your nerves to speak up and stand up for yourself. You cannot let people treat you like this. You cannot run scared when they do things that violate your boundaries and violate your body, violate your sensibilities. You have to speak up. You've got to do it. Who's going to do it for you? You have to do it for yourself. Be your own advocate. If you need a support of a friend, I mean, shit, you can call me if you want to have me on the cell phone while you report it. I'll stand there with you. I mean, I'll be there with you. But if you need that kind of support, but you've got to find a way to get these guys that treat you like this in check. You cannot do it. And I'm going to repeat this one more time. Everybody get a Google number. Get you a Google phone number. Google is the shit for single women. It is something I have advocated that every woman have for years, and I still believe in it. I swear they should pay me to do a commercial. But you got to get that. In the modern cell phones, you can set it up so that your Google number will ring to your phone. But that people that you give that number to, you have the option to never answer that number, even if it rings on your phone, or you can change it. Choo, 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 choo. You can get a number in a different city, and you can say, "Oh, I'm not going to give my number because I don't even live here." You can do all kind of things to protect yourself. You got to be a little bit more savvy about how you handle these things. But the main thing is you've got to find your voice, especially when you're dealing with in a relationship or at work. You've got to speak up. You've got to. They depend on your fear to hide. Okay, that's what they depend on. So I'm gonna wrap this up because shit. This is a topic I could talk about all night, but I got to save some energy for the DNN tomorrow. So we'll be back here at 6:00 tomorrow. So anybody who's not really a subscriber, not really a follower, you just kind of fell into this chat because it looked like it was interesting. We'll be here tomorrow, and tomorrow will be funny. Tomorrow, it turned kind of serious. But, I feel very strongly about this. I feel like so many women are afraid all the time. They're afraid. And men are like these guys that are predators, smell that fear, and they will use it against you. So even if you feel somewhat scary, you have to still take action to defend yourself. If you need to take a self-defense class or something to learn some moves, do that. If you need to get a concealed carry weapon license, do that and go to the gun range, learn how to shoot. Do whatever you need to do. Go to the gym and get you a trainer, build up your muscles so you can punch the fuck out of somebody. Do what you need to do to protect yourself. It's getting real out here. These people are crazy. I don't think, the pandemic has helped at all. Those people being shut in and stuff, people gotten a little bit more psycho. So, by the time everybody's loose back on the street, it's going to be really interesting, I'm thinking. So we're going to do, a lot of stuff to get you guys ready for that. We're going to be looking at getting ready for February. I'm already starting to plan it and got to try to figure out a theme for this next year. It's going to be the 5th year of it, a video a day, February, we call it. So there's just a lot going on. And, I'm still looking for guests for the interracial relationship show that we're going to do on the 26th. So, just check out my community wall. If you ever want to know what's going on this channel, that's where I post everything. All right. But what am I supposed to be doing? Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing this. Okay, there we go. So you guys take care until I see you tomorrow. Let me thank all my panelists for coming today and speaking up about this topic and sharing your thoughts and experiences with the listeners. And you guys take care. Okay, get you some rest and get ready for tomorrow because it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. I'll see you then, 6:00. Bye-bye.